Yes, sir. Unbelievable. Is that Elijah over there? I didn't even see him when we came in.
I was shocked.
And he got a baseball cap on. I'm all confused. I'm confused.
That's when you know you've been traveling around. He ain't got time for a haircut. He like, nah, just
know.
Are
you covering the
back.
naps? What are you doing over there? I'm just
the beanie beans.
Hey. Anyway, yes. The holiday is over, at least for this one. And with that password, we now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours. Thank you, LeBron. No matter how you listen in. Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, SiriusXM Channel 83, and now live on YouTube. Yes, thanks, Bill O'Reilly.
Woo! Do it live.
We'll do it live.
Do it.
Yes, say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple on this Magic City Monday. And guess what? You'll need our telephone number because without question, we are the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Ben Maller.
Very nice. Mary, very nice.
Mary.
Yes, indeed. Write it down. Commit to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't figure it out, 877-996-6369. That's right. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
That's right.
And with
that said, always remember...
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweet Titty. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin Washington. Man, happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy post-Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. You feeling festive?
I'm good.
Do you put a tree up?
Of course.
Single man, you know. I don't know.
You might have a tree. I was born in a Christian home.
Okay.
We celebrate Christmas and the whole spirit of it.
Yeah.
Yes, I buy a little tree. I love the smell of pine in the house.
Oh, you get a real one?
I get a real one.
My respect level from you went from here.
Yeah, no.
Look where it started.
We always have. You could have been down here. To be honest,
no.
I get it.
Oh, you went from here to here with me.
No, we always have
one.
a real tree.
Cause like seriously, like you ain't gotta come home to a bunch of this and kids and chaos wife, so you could just do how I'm gonna put up this little fake one, whatever. So she likes it too when she come through.
How was Thanksgiving?
Smelling fresh pine.
Nothing like fresh pine.
Thanksgiving was nice, man. Just chill, just the family, and then to the point, we went out and got a tree the next day. Put the tree up. Now we got to finish, some things around the house. So it feels good. Rob G, you already got everything up?
Yeah.
Rob G got everything up? So, well,
it's
feels good to be
December
back.
1st, and I just want to say one other thing real quick. Today is my 9th anniversary moving from Detroit to Los Angeles. December 1st, 2016, I got off the plane to start working at FS1 and Undisputed, and Fox Sports Radio wasn't in the mix. USC wasn't in the mix. KNBC was, you know what I mean? Like, just came out here for that and the opportunity. And I got to tell you, I love my life in Los Angeles. I love the 9 years here, and I'm going to stay here till I retire. But you know the song, I Love L.A. I know Rob G's like, oh, God. But yes.
He is like,
oh, God. Right, like,
I read it all.
Of course you love it. You lived in Detroit for 20 years, right? I mean, is that?
No, he's more like, this is the longest intro ever. That's more what Rob G is.
Whatever.
Look at him, yes.
He's been off 5 minutes regardless.
Don't remind him. He's like, I need another day off.
All right,
Don't do that. We just got him back.
All right. It would be nice if we had. Well, let's do it. All right. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. The melancholy Rob G.
Don't do that.
No, Rob. Our
do that,
producer Rob G.
Rob G is back. Had a beautiful time with his family.
Yes, I know. I asked him all about it, but then once we get on the air, I drop the gloves come off there. Of
Rob
course,
G still eating leftovers?
Nah, you got more leftovers?
All right, that's the question of the day. Elijah, I need that question.
He wasn't having any food. They were out of the country. So
no, I meant that's the question of the day is can you still eat? Put the camera on me. Can you still eat leftovers on this here December 1st of our Lord and Savior? Monday, December 1st. Can you eat leftovers still, Rob?
I think that Monday's the
cut off.
Caught off. Yeah, you could eat like turkey. Like you could still make a turkey sandwich.
I know you. I know you and your mayonnaise on your turkey sandwich.
And lettuce and all that. It's all good. All right, Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us
Steve.
updated throughout the program. Of course, Elijah is our social media guru. Great to have him back.
Yeah.
Another whirlwind trip all over the world.
Saves all his days off.
Exactly. And, of course, on the ones and twos.
Mary, why you bugging?
All right, Rob G., the biggest news going on in this sports world is still percolating because Lane Kiffin has made a move. He said, thank you very much, Ole Miss, but I'm blowing this popsicle stand and I'm done. The fallout.
Yeah, we have a new pope, it seems like.
Yes.
Because we had the conclave, the con lane going on all weekend. Marty Smith, God rest his soul, I know he's alive, but damn, that dude was at the Ole Miss facility for like 24 straight hours waiting for the announcement that Lane Kiffin would in fact be
But did
leaving.
you really think he was not going? I mean, I'm stunned that people are stunned that he's going.
Well, he is, like you mentioned, he's leaving Ole Miss on the eve of the college football playoff, which the Running Rebels will be in.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if they'll be in the top 5, top 10, but they'll be somewhere in the top 12. And even still, Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss to take the LSU head coaching job. He'll be at worst the second highest paid coach in college football. And his team right now left holding the bag because even though he said he wanted to stick around and coach them, finish out this season with the Rebels, they said, no, hell no. You're leaving. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
With a lower split you.
Stay in LSU, and that's where he's at.
I'm fine with that. If they don't want him to coach, I get it. And we've seen that happen before.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where he's the bad guy. This is the system that's set up. I'm waiting to hear from Nick Saban and Tom Izzo and them telling me how bad college sports is with the kids leaving and going to the transfer pool. Where are those guys? I want to see those guys stand up on big platforms today and tell me how terrible it is that coaches walk away from kids. And if you want to blame Lane Kiffin, please save it. People have been walking out on kids forever. This is not new, no breaking news. This is the system that's set up. This is the time clock that's set up, right? Mm-hmm. This is when you could do it. We know all the Lions fans had their panties in a bunch last year because Ben Johnson was interviewing during the playoffs. Mm-hmm. But well, that's the timetable, right? You can't wait. You can't. You got to get somebody in place. You got to get ready. This is what happens. So all I'm saying is, I do not blame Lane Kiffin. All these people like, oh, he turned his back on the kids. And what a shame. They had a magical season, and he walked out on them, and this 4-year senior. Dude, there's nothing new here. There's nothing special. There's no guarantee he's going to win some national championship, and it's an opportunity of a lifetime. And this was a step. Jobs come open. They don't come open every year. Guy gets in, he might have it for 10 years. You don't know, or at least 5 or 6. And things happen. Maybe Ole Miss reverts back to where it was, and it isn't that good or whatever after this group of players. There's a lot of the things that play in, but I am going to wash the hands of Lane Kiffin, and I have no issue with it. Kids, bounce when you're ready to bounce. Lane Kiffin, bounce when you're ready to bounce. All these people do it, and now it's the end of the world.
I'm calling him Lane dipping because he's always dipping. Always getting out of there. And nobody you have the absolute right to go where you want. That's true. But that doesn't mean people have to like it. And to me, it also doesn't have to necessarily make sense. I feel like he always has a case of the grass is always greener somewhere else. I feel like he's somewhere else is going to be better. Go to LSU. Somewhere else is going to be Alabama. Somewhere else is going to be better. I got to go to Ohio State. Or I have a feeling like something will never be satisfied within him, which is fine. That's his prerogative. But where you can have issues and where I wonder about the decision to leave and specifically going there is a couple of things. One, Rob, your program is better than LSU. You literally have built a better You've done now what you hope to do at LSU, which is build a college football program. They're not. Build a program that's got a chance to compete.
How many championships does Ole Miss have?
I can't tell you about what they did in the past.
Okay.
I'm telling you about what I've done if I'm Lane Kiffin. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear about that. I'm telling you, I've been here, and we've been playing very well to the tune now of the best record in school history and a chance at the college football playoff. And when you bring up, you're mentioning that to kids, that's the thing. You're leaving them now. And I agree with you. He can't. The timetable sucks because the whole point you've preached is come here, we're going to build something. Come here, we got a chance to compete for a title. Come here, we're going to do something that hasn't been done in 50, 60 years, whatever it's been for them. And you literally are living that now. You have a chance to compete. So you're leaving the college, the coaches who are there with you. You're leaving the students. You're leaving everybody that's a part of this program that helped build it to the point of getting to where you want to get to. You're going to LSU to hope to compete for a title. You literally have a chance to now. So that part of it doesn't make sense to me. If they were a good team, 9-3 and competitive, and he just felt like, oh, we're not, I can understand it. You're literally having an opportunity to compete for a championship. So that part of it I don't get. And then the other thing too at LSU is you gotta be careful what you wish for in the sense of if it's just checking a box, because you can go there. We've seen Brian Kelly just got a whole bunch of money to leave, $50-something million, but ain't no guarantee you can go there and be meh. And then you're gone in 3 or 4 years, and what will have happened? You've been another coach at LSU that was there, and you won a few games.
Or you might go there and win back-to-back championships. How about that? And do something that's special.
Yeah.
You could do that as well.
And you could have did it at Ole Miss.
No, but it ain't no back-to-back championships at Ole Miss, cuz. I just hasn't happened.
Dabo Swinney, if I told you he was going to run off a decade of greatness, you'd be like, yeah, right. It happens. If I told you what Miami football would do in the 80s.
LSU was a different breed, and they've had great coaches. Nick Saban went down there. All these people, because there's something there. And maybe this was one of his dream spots.
It may be. So
okay,
listen,
so that for people, just like a kid who's somewhere and they go to Michigan or whatever, they could have gone to Ohio State, but that might have been their dream or that school.
Desmond Howard, he's from Cleveland. Everybody was like, what are you leaving there? So again, that's his absolute prerogative, and I don't mind in the sense that this is – I would have been more shocked for Lane Kiffin to stay, because that would be counter what Lane Kiffin has typically done.
But so they hired him knowing his history.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So shocking would have been more if he was like, you know
that's
what?
Why I didn't doubt at all that he was going.
But I just wonder, like, what for him, what's he chasing? Like, what it feels like it for him. Like, I don't know if like I got to do this, I got to do that, because you got a great situation. You're the man. You created something there. You got a chance to compete. You're a better ran program right now. I'm not saying historically, right now.
Yeah, but he can look at it and say, look at what I was able to do there. Imagine if I had all these LSU resources.
You better be careful.
And people,
you know the governor, Rob.
Yeah,
the governor. You got about the governor tell you to get up out of here. The governor don't be playing around. The governor be paying attention out there in Louisiana.
It's the way things work in life. There's opportunities that come, and people will look back, and sometimes you'll regret that you didn't take a great opportunity. Something that you really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that that's what it is. He's one of those guys who's not staying for 20 years.
It's true.
That's not his makeup.
Here's the thing, though, Rob.
It's not his makeup. So I don't know why people are so worked up. And they could boo him as he gets on his private plane to go to Baton Rouge or whatever they want to do. He
hasn't. What's also interesting about Lane Kiffin, kind of got that Chip Kelly of what I was talking about failing up in that he hasn't even won a conference title in his career. Like, he keeps getting opportunities.
That's how few people there are, and those are the names.
Having a name
Lincoln
too
Riley got. Look at the deal we got at USC.
I'm agreeing with you.
What does he want?
There are certain people that
anything.
I agree with you.
Again, no big games, always the same situation, and then
now he's mad at everybody else.
Yeah, and people looking at USC and go, oh man, No. When you hired him, gave him all that loot, he hadn't won anything.
He hadn't done anything.
So what?
You thought you were going to get Caleb.
Exactly.
You did, and he got a Heisman, but they didn't win any big games. So my point is, Lane Kiffin, he still has a lot to prove in that sense of actually winning something big. He's turned Florida Athletic around. Obviously, turned Ole Miss around, but that's the thing to me that is crazy is that he's competing. He has a chance to win a national title this year. Who knows what'll happen, and he's leaving out on that. That's the only part for me that's really crazy. That's the whole point which you compete for.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Do you blame Lane Kiffin for leaving Ole Miss before the playoff and jumping, of course, to LSU? We'll continue that conversation next with you on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington in full effect here on The Odd Couple. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Unless you're a Lane Kiffin hater in the U.S. of A.
let's start. Obviously, we had the Black Friday game, today.
You should just call it Friday then.
Yeah, just the Friday.
Every day. Thank you, Alex. You're right on time.
Yes. But the Bears get it done. 24-15 in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 300 yards on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
What were your takeaways from? That was a huge win for the Bears.
Demoralizing. When you can run on a team for 300 yards, have two separate backs go over 100 yards, that means you've imposed your will on this team. And so you talk about Ben Johnson, the Ben Johnson hire going to Chicago, and you talk about guys coming in and changing the culture, right? He said we're going to be a physical team. A lot of coaches say that. We're going to be physical, we're going to run the ball, and we're going to, that's going to be our identity. Early on in the year, they started out 0-2. That wasn't who they were yet.
And they got blown out in that second game by the line.
Yes.
You remember. Think about where they've come from.
Exactly. Those first two games, people were ready to write them off and say, like, this is another guy that came in and was talking the big talk. Now, what are they saying? This team has reeled off 9 of the last 10 games. They've come back in a few games where, they shouldn't have won, but they were able to get it done.
That's what good teams do.
Shows resiliency, shows that they're on their way. Nope, to being a good team. And then you come into on a Black Friday, on a holiday game, at home, defending champs, and you win the way they did today. Big-time win for the Bears. That's my takeaway. It's a big-time win.
No doubt. And you know me, I was out front on this whole Chicago Bears thing, especially when it comes to Caleb Williams. And then I saw his toss.
Oh, no.
I'm a believer. People say, Caleb didn't have a big game. I beg to differ. And you know what? They were running the ball. It was effective. You don't need to force it.
Mm-hmm.
That was working.
Yeah.
But when they needed the big touchdown, Kerry, you saw it.
I did.
That was up to Komet. That was a big-time throw,
big time
catch, touchdown, sealed the game on the road. Don't tell me about he only had 150 yards. No, I don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you? Where are all the doubters? I dare you to call up here on Black Friday and tell me you still don't buy the Bears. Because that's all you told me. Look at this schedule. They got so many cupcakes, I got a toothache. They don't want to buy into the Bears, right? They just kept winning and winning and winning. Oh, Caleb, you know how many throws he didn't, the plays he didn't make on the field? This is after they won games. They would go back and say, that was open.
Of course.
After they won games. Where are you? Where are the Caleb people? Oh, Caleb's going to be benched by midseason. Ben Johnson can't stand him. He doesn't see the field. What? In the NFC North, guess who's leading the division? They didn't trade for Micah Parsons.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
They didn't do any of that. They got a brand new coach who's just instilling his will on this team. And you were waiting for your one. Where's their big win against a good team? I guarantee you're licking your wounds because you bet against them. There's no way Philadelphia is going to lose at home after they blew a 21-0 lead to the Cowboys. No way. Oh, yeah, this whole Caleb thing will go away, and you'll see how bad he is, and you'll see that the Bears are fraudulent and phony and a $3 bill. That's what you were saying. And now you got your tail tucked between your legs. I told you. I told you 3 things when the football season started.
What were the 3, Rob?
The Chiefs won't make the playoffs.
Check.
The Lions won't make the playoffs.
Ooh, that's still up for debate.
Okay.
Yep.
And that I'm a believer in Caleb Williams. That's what I told you. And I'm showing my ass on a Funky Flashback Friday. I don't care what you say. That's right. Call in.
Oh, you want the smoke today, huh, Rob?
I want the smoke. Just like you smoked that turkey yesterday, I want all the smoke. Because there are all these people out there, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. But, Kerry, you watched the game.
Yeah.
And I said, That throw, wasn't that a big throw?
Oh, no, that throw was big time. It was 17-9 at that time.
The game is still in the flux.
Yeah, the Eagles are starting to pick up momentum. They score. They get back in the game a little bit. He get them down on the field, and that throw to commit was a dime.
On a Magic City Monday, Miss Mary Mack got it feeling all festive. It is, Chris. December 1st got here fast as heck. November had somewhere to go. November was like, I'm getting out of here. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. We're on it right now. You can see Rob G hanging out trying to fix something for us. All you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR. Subscribe, like, share, pass along, all that good stuff, man. We greatly appreciate it. So go check out the YouTube page. We're on there simulcasting the show as always. A lot coming up still this hour. We got Play of the Day, Shekel City on the way. Get you ready for this Monday night preview. Patriots, Giants. Also, we got to talk to somebody who have been balling, did have a bad game. Where is he ranked right now? We'll do that next as well. All right.
Who was that, your MVP you anointed?
How is he not still? Can we argue later? We're going to get these phone calls.
It was so good, like, because you anointed him, and then he had the stinker. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't call me. I'd be like, hello? Did you see it? Are you watching this?
I figured I'd wait until you got it.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. Lane Kiffin, a.k.a. Lane Dippin'. He's gone. You got a problem with it?
No issues whatsoever. Dan in Orange County, California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dan?
Hi, thanks. Yeah, I'm glad he's coming. I graduated LSU. I think he probably wanted to coach his team, but the logistics and the calendar were a nightmare.
Right. There's nothing he could do with that. Right. That's just the calendar.
It's on them. Had they just said, all right, fine, but I get why they wouldn't. It's too much, too close, too much recruiting, too much all that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then there is a bump between LSU and Ole Miss in terms of recruiting. If you look at our recruiting classes at LSU for like the last 20 whatever years, our worst recruiting class is like one of Ole Miss's best recruiting classes.
I agree that LSU has.
That's factual.
Has no doubt about it. Attracts better athletes. Thanks a lot, Dan. Appreciate it. Larry in New Orleans, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Larry?
Hey, thanks for taking the call. It makes a good point there. It's a talent in Louisiana that Lane's chasing, and all he's doing is following the Nick Saban blueprint. And Nick goes from Michigan State to LSU and Alabama, and going to Alabama is just perfect timing, being in the right place and and waiting long enough after the Bears gone. But yeah, the high school talent, that's why he's coming, and nobody can be upset about it. And you won't be hearing from Nick because he's just following the blueprint.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying when those guys go after the kids is what I don't like.
That part I agree with you, Rob, because
I just don't like
coaches been leaving for 50 years, 60, whenever they feel like going somewhere, wherever the grass is greener, more money, just whatever the opportunity. I went to this school, it's my alma mater. Coaches always leaving, and it had been an issue historically with kids. Obviously now the transfer portal is different, but coaches always leave. And if you're going to be critical of them, you need to be critical of coaches, not just the students.
No doubt. Joe in Nashville. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joe?
Hey, hello. Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you?
Joe, I'm good. I'm Joe, Nashville Cowboys fan. I have a question. You remember when Florida State quarterback got hurt and one of the committee's decision not to let them go because the quarterback isn't a head coach just important as a quarterback?
That's interesting. That is interesting. The only thing I can think of is that they don't want to punish the kids, because
they did.
But I know, but I'm saying instead of a coach. But that's a great point. You make a very, very good point. Joe, don't be coming out here thinking on a Monday.
I know. Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre? How was your Turkey Day?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Turkey Day was good, restful, mini holiday there, and now kind of back at it, powering through, into, the later holidays, going into the new year. Very exciting. But listen, in terms of Lane Kiffin, he is who we thought he was, all right? This has been his MO
right
at Tennessee. He goes to Tennessee, right? You know what I mean? He dropped, got the drawl now, Southern accent, talking about how he wants to, have his jersey up there with Peyton Manning. USC comes in, secures a bag for him. He's gone after 1 year. So right then and there, the people at Ole Miss should have known who they were dealing with. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it's got to be shame on me. And now here's the thing. Rob, you have alluded to it with Lane Kiffin because he's gotten these opportunities, but he hasn't always made well on them. So he had to go the coordinator route at Alabama. He had to take some, mid-major jobs at Florida Atlantic. So he built himself up. So I think now this is his opportunity to get back on that Power 5, one of the, programs that's going to spend dollar for dollar with everyone else in the country, and to now be, on that level to possibly, to the point, he hasn't won those big games. But I think for him, this is kind of a resurgence because he started in the Power 5, then he fell off, and then now I think he's trying to climb himself all the way back up to possibly get to a national championship. I don't know if he has the resume to do it. That man in Indiana, Signetti, seems to be able, seems to have the magic touch, but he wants to be on the equal playing field with all the other greats. Thanks for taking the call.
No doubt. All right, let's squeeze one last one in. Drew in New Jersey. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Drew?
Hey, I don't blame Lane for this. I think that system's just trash. I think that they should move early signing day to literally the last week of the national championship.
Yeah.
Additionally, I don't fault him for leaving. I just look at that LSU job. It's a great job, but they get coaches out of there quick. They way too quick. Who was the coach that sounded like he was from the
Orgeron.
Yeah, him.
Ed Orgeron,
He won a national championship.
And they said, get out.
A&M out. The only SEC job that you can't get fired for is the Florida job. Billy Napier was there for 5 years, had 3 straight losing seasons, and then for whatever reason he stayed there. But it just seems unstable.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, the expectations are crazy high there, and even if you win one, they're like, okay, but did you win another? So we'll see. He hasn't come through in the clutch and won a big game, a conference game or conference title game. This will be his chance. Not an expectation.
Lincoln Riley to go to USC.
Yeah. Well, if you're waiting on me to argue with you, I ain't arguing. Now, I told you Lincoln Riley. Now he blaming on everybody else, and everybody's being too critical.
Too critical.
You at USC.
Yes.
You had a Heisman Trophy winner for 2 years. Not winning 2 Heisman, but I'm saying he was there for 2 years in Caleb. Come on now. They brought you here for a reason.
And guys, it should be noted that JMU's coach Bob Chesney, who has an outside chance of making the playoff if things break right this weekend, will coach through the end of the season before he goes to UCLA. That's number one. Number two, Kentucky is zeroing in on Oregon offensive coordinator Will Stein to be their next head coach. However, Stein will coach the Oregon offense through the playoffs. So Lane Kiffin seems to be the outlier here in this situation.
The reason
in
why
this situation,
yeah, and he's going to another team in SEC. He's going to a big school. They're like,
That's
you
why.
ain't pulling your
That's
dudes.
why.
We
And
finally are good
because you're going to take our
You're gonna
staff
take
and
the-
our players.
They trying to.
Right?
We heard they're trying to pay, to your point, the coaches a little bit more money to keep some of them a little bit of stability as well. All right, thank you, Rob G, for that extra note. We got Steve DeSager now going to get you set on what's trending.
Not only is UCLA's new coach due to be Bob Chesney, Michigan State has a new football coach, Pat Fitzgerald, ex of Northwestern. Jonathan Smith was just fired on Sunday after going 4-14 in conference. Smith is still owed over $30 million. Kentucky fired Coach Mark Stoops after 13 years there. Over the last 2 seasons, he went 9-15, including a 41-0 loss Saturday at rival Louisville. Stoops earned $9 million this past year and was signed until 2031. He's still owed over $35 million. In Lane Kiffin's new contract with LSU, reportedly he'll get bonus money for his old team Ole Miss advancing to this season's playoffs, and if they win. Also, if Kiffin's LSU club wins a national title, he'll automatically become the nation's highest paid coach. LSU owes former coach Brian Kelly over $50 million after firing him in October, and it is still paying former coach Ed Orgeron. Texas A&M, for what it's worth, fell to number 7 in the new AP poll yesterday. Now this Saturday night, number 1 Ohio State faces number 2 Indiana for the Big Ten title on Fox TV in Indianapolis, with Friday's A&M loss. Georgia's in the SEC title game Saturday in Atlanta against Alabama. Texas Tech will be in the Big 12 title game against BYU. Miami is ranked number 12 this past week, but Duke will be in the ACC championship against number 16 Virginia. College football selection Sunday is December 7th. That is this weekend. In the Monday Night Football matchup, still 45 minutes away from kickoff at cold New England, the Patriots have won 9 in a row, 10-2 overall. They're hosting a Giants team that's lost 6 straight, winless on the road, 2-10 overall. Giants rookie quarterback Jackson Dart will start after missing time with a concussion. Temperature in the 20s for this one. Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown did not practice due to a sprained ankle. Detroit plays this Thursday hosting Dallas. The Vikings cut wide receiver Adam Thielen as he'd requested. And there's college basketball on FS1 about to start the second half at Villanova. Wildcats 29-28 over Temple. Among the NHL games tonight, New Jersey up 2-1 in the first against Columbus. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, Magic City. Monday, feels good to be back. Couple days off. You didn't take any except Saturday and Sunday. Would you just snuggle up?
Relax. I'll be off next week. You
Okay.
know, I'm traveling because the flights are way cheaper.
You just going somewhere just to go somewhere?
I'm going to Detroit. I'm going to the Lions Cowboys game.
You know how they just booed Tomlin?
You gonna boo me
when you walk into Ford Field?
I don't
they're
even,
gonna be
I don't even doubt that. Like there'll be some.
As soon as you get out there, they're gonna be like, special guests in the house, so and so,
Yeah, all right.
Eminem, Babyface Ray. You don't know nothing about him, he's a Detroit rapper right now. And then they're gonna be like, Rob Parker.
It's okay.
Oh man,
that all it means is I did my job as a reporter.
I'll give you
Seriously,
that. I'll
that's-
give you that. Who you gonna be hanging out with?
I don't know.
I know you can hang with some people, some old people.
No, I'm gonna see everybody.
That's
I got a lot of mentees from the city, so it'll be
Never
great.
mind, change the subject.
Yeah, you already know.
We know you got, boy, you lucky.
we're
I
going
know
to
you.
Empire,
Otherwise,
too. We're gonna
I'll be
go to that
concerned
restaurant.
you passing out all these internships out here in these streets.
He's gonna hang out with Peasy.
Yeah. That's a good one. Peasy got some bangers too. All right. Speaking of Detroit, Matthew Stafford has been balling all year. Set a record most touchdowns without an interception.
I told you.
And then the next pass or two, it was almost like he wanted to get the record, Roger. Like, let me get this record. Okay, now it's whatever. I'm just throwing up alley-oops to the other team.
No, Matthew
What?
Stafford returned as soon as you guys crowned him. Oh, he's going to win the MVP. Oh, he's going to the Hall of Fame. All this other stuff. The Matthew Stafford that I watched and most of his career showed up.
This is why as soon as you get in.
In the biggest game. I'm like, come on, beat the Panthers, right?
Panthers are solid, though.
No, but come on.
No,
With
he
the
can't throw
turnovers,
two
you can't throw 2 picks and then fumble or strip sack, right? With 2.5 minutes to go. That was ball game. That was ball game to beat them. Even with not playing that well, they still could have got a win there. You know, it makes a big difference. That was a bad loss. And all I'm saying is stop crowning people too early. That's all. I'm not shocked. Stafford is not that good to only have two
what?
interceptions. He's not that good. I knew that there would be more, and there'll be more to come before the end of the season. But that was a big one. That took a little shine off of Matthew Stafford.
It really didn't, though, Rob.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Three turnovers.
Like
in that
Kanye
game?
said, I'm gonna let you finish, but no, it didn't. It did not.
Yes, it
the
did.
man.
He's not the favorite anymore. Am I right?
Well, he's still
Rob
a favorite.
G. What?
He is still the favorite.
When I tell you something, just agree with me.
What? Rob Parker,
Just
why
agree.
would he all of a sudden not be the favorite? The man has 32 touchdowns. You mentioned those couple of interceptions. What has him at 4 now? 4 interceptions, I believe it is. I mean, that is your guy Aaron Rodgers' number. 32 touchdowns when he was in his prime.
No.
32 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
The difference is
I want to hear what is the difference.
That's just one of what's going to be a couple of losses. It'll be a shoddy finish, and that'll do him. And he played so well in the beginning. It's how you finish. We talk about it all the time. When Brock Purdy had that great year and then finish it up, then finish the job.
But wait, why is he gonna? Did you first of all?
Because I know
we like Brock Purdy.
No, I know Matthew Stafford.
He
I've watched
Matthew
his whole career.
Matthew Stafford and Brock Purdy.
No,
especially the Rams. Brock Purdy.
I'm talking about finishing the job.
So
you were ready to
crown.
crown. You were ready to crown him.
Give me a Burger King crown right now, so I can give it to him.
How many times you got to be wrong before you realize that I'm right?
So how far would it
That's
have
what I
to
wanna
be?
know.
Do you get the lead he has right now? Like Drake May is obviously right there. There's a couple of people, but
you think there's a shoot? It doesn't work like that because people start looking and they go, "Hey, in the last 4 games, he has 8 interceptions now." Well, he kind of petered out, didn't finish as strong, and then somebody
Matthew
comes
Stafford
along.
were to fail, let's say he ends up, let's say he loses. They play tonight. Let's say Drake May just continues on the pace that's historic for this young of an age, and he balls out and they win. And Matthew Stafford right there, but he doesn't. He just finished pretty much what he's been doing all year. How is that taking the shine off?
No,
like he's been balling out of control. His team's balling out of control.
That was a terrible loss.
That was a bad loss.
And he got people's attention.
So what you want him to go?
Just
16, 17, and 0
now?
Just
like I told you when you were ready, you were all about Danny Dimes. Oh, yeah, he's in the MVP conversation. Oh, who else did you pick? You picked somebody else.
Rob.
No. You did.
You
did.
But Rob,
is he the same?
No. This is the point.
No. I'm trying to get the point.
No, he doesn't. They're teetering right now.
What happened?
Rob, when we have the conversation of who's in the MVP race, we can't say no to everybody.
No.
The point is to say who's in the. If we talk about the NBA right now, man, who looks good?
No.
You got Luka. I can't go Luka and you go no. Somebody can't say.
I can give you what I gave you.
Jokic, and then you say no.
What I gave you was it wasn't happening. That it was a mirage. That's what I was trying to tell you. It was a mirage.
What want to tell me who? Speaking of Raj,
all right, Evelyn, can I say this? The Rams were favored by 9.5 points. It was the second largest upset in the NFL.
You remember
this season.
you stopped our whole show to do a whole segment about how Aaron Rodgers was your MVP?
I don't remember that show.
Oh, the same Aaron Rodgers who walked out on the field after getting a broken nose, and everybody said, "Oh, I thought you were in Ford Field." The way they was booing Aaron Rodgers. You want to talk about fell off?
I'm telling you.
What are you telling me?
I'm telling you that when you crowned him last week, like he was going to the Hall of Fame, it wasn't even the MVP.
One game, Rob.
It wasn't the MVP.
One game cannot all of a sudden make him all of a sudden a bum.
Hey, I'm just trying to give it to you. I'm trying to be honest.
No, you gave me Aaron Rodgers was going to be the
Rob
MVP.
G, when we were doing this show before so and so showed up before, and I'm doing that to you.
Yeah.
Did I not? Who did I have the argument with? Bucky Brooks. You remember that?
Yes, he's still not on the show anymore because of that.
Yeah.
Bucky Brooks.
I'm about to say, why would you bring it? I can't even call Bucky no more.
Yeah, Bucky Brooks.
The phone is not answered because you were on the show with Rob Parker.
No, that was the Bucky Brooks who went on and said Aaron Rodgers was finished. That was before he got two more MVPs. And he couldn't make the case.
Why
you can't make the case.
What do you mean you can't make the case for Aaron Rodgers?
No, I can make the case that Matthew Stafford is going to have a bad finish.
Welcome back. HRU, Elijah. I need the microwave take of him telling me Aaron Rodgers MVP.
You know
Who
what?
looks better
Let me
right
tell
now,
you
Matthew
something.
Stafford or
Let me
Aaron
tell you
Rodgers
something.
MVP?
With all the picks that you have,
Who tells me that?
You told me about the Chiefs offense, how great, and they were going to
Did you just see him throw 4 touchdowns?
No, dude. Did you see the weeks before that? The
weeks where he was still they have the number one offense.
No,
yeah,
no.
Yes,
come on,
I've
man.
seen
You're
it.
kidding yourself. I also told you about.
What else you tell me about?
I also told you about the Lions.
I told you about the Steelers.
I told you about the Lions.
You got coaches and quarterbacks getting booed. Who else you want to get booed? The Roonies?
I told you all of that, and you'll be owing me a pair of Jordans, and you'll be wrong on the Chiefs as well.
You
got the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
No, I have the Ravens, unfortunately.
All right, we got
what's got?
Last question for you. All right, so to Dove's point, Matthew Stafford currently number 1 in touchdowns, number 1 passer rating, number 4 in yards, number 5 in QBR. If he finishes top 5 in those categories, he's going to win MVP. If he wins the MVP, Rob, is he going to get a jingle from you?
What do you mean a jingle?
A song.
Victor Wembanyama got one.
No way.
Caleb Williams got one.
I only do.
I feel like that should be the bet.
Don't worry.
If he wins the MVP, you got to get a Matt
Don't
Stafford.
worry about
If
it,
he
Rob G.
doesn't win the MVP, there will be a jingle.
Rob G, don't worry
How's
about it.
that?
Miss
How's
Mary
that?
Mack. Where she goes? Miss Mary Mack. When Matthew Stafford wins the MVP, we're gonna come back with some T Grizzly. I'm gonna make up a song, a T Grizzly beat.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, we're doing all Detroit that whole day.
That whole day.
You know what? Ask Kelvin about his song that he used to play every week last year. Lion won another game. Lion
They
won,
did
that?
15-2.
Disrespect.
What do you want?
Lion won another game.
What more do you want?
I didn't even see that on social anymore.
Because we didn't win this week. Because I keeps it real.
Yeah, okay,
Them boys ain't winning right now. Rob, you want to kick a man when he's down?
Can't play it when they lose. It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. Play of the day. We got to get you ready for Monday Night Football at Shekel City. Speaking of Monday Night Football, there's a quarterback who is actually healthy, but for the first time in career, inactive. We'll tell you who. Fox Sports Radio.
Talk about a bummer of a game to watch. Forget about it. Wasn't that I wanted the Bengals to win or lose or the Ravens to win or lose. It just was a terrible game from the turnover standpoint.
Yeah.
And Lamar was awful. Just 3 turnovers. They lose the game 32-14. I don't know. They had a couple touchdowns taken off the board.
Yep.
Fumbles. Just Lamar tossed the ball up at the goal line at the 2 or 3 yard, like just kind of flicked it. I don't know what it was, but their Baltimore lost 4 fumbles, including 2 by Lamar, and he also threw an interception, so he had the 3, and just a really bad game. They're 6-6 in second place. They still have a chance at it because the Steelers are just 1 game ahead of them. And
they play each other twice.
Exactly. They still have two games, so it can be decided there or whatnot. But I'm going to start with you, Kerry. I mean, I'm not here to defend Lamar, but I'm not so sure that it's just Lamar when I see how bad the Ravens are this season.
Yeah, it isn't. But this game, I'm putting it on Lamar.
Okay.
And I'm a big Lamar supporter from day one. This is the worst Lamar has played since his rookie year.
He really looked bad.
And it's not just this game. It's the last 3.
He has no touchdowns the last 3
games.
5 interceptions? Was that it? Or 5 turnovers?
5 turnovers, not interceptions. Yeah.
5 turnovers.
But this is the worst he's looked in a while. Now, I don't know if it's health, and I'm not going to even get into that because it doesn't really matter. If you're out there playing.
I said it all the time.
Yeah, if you're out there playing, you're fair game. And so for him to come out there and be so casual and lackadaisical with the ball and just loose with the ball, like you have to protect the ball to win. Doesn't matter how good you are.
That one at the 5 year when he was just like he just threw the ball up.
No, it's just it's not sound football, and that comes from top. But as a star player, you got to know that, and especially with the Baltimore Ravens history. In these last 3 years or so in the playoffs, with chances to win, they never take care of the ball. So to go into a big game,
100%.
To go into a big game like this and you be Lamar Jackson and to go into the game.
And it was a big game.
It's
you
a
know
big
what?
game.
You're
All
taking
of them.
The Bengals at home. You're at home. Joe Burrow's first game back.
Yes.
Some rust going to be on him.
Yeah.
But you already know what you're at stake. And to lose like they did in that fashion to a 3-8 Bengals team. Oh.
And Rob, those games happen, but when you are 1-5, those games can't happen. You got to be perfect from here on out. And so the casual nature of the way that he played in that game. He was missing easy throws. He wasn't on time. It did not look good at all. And so for this Ravens team, I know a lot of people are going to try to bury him now. Obviously, they're 6-6, and they don't look like the team we thought. It's not over, but if they're going to win, when we talked about them having all the success they had, we give Lamar a lot of the credit. When they lose this way, you got to give him some blame, too. And so I'm just going to be on record and say this is one of the worst performances I've seen of him.
That's fair. But I got somebody else I want to heap some blame on.
Who you got?
John Harbaugh. Because you know why?
Yeah.
It ain't just about the offense.
No.
They couldn't get off the field defensively. They've struggled. We saw them blow game 1 of the season. They scored 40 points. Lamar put on a clinic.
Of course.
Okay?
Yeah.
Turnovers, fumbles, defense couldn't stop. The Bills. I mean, like let's be. It has been an awful year for all facets of the Ravens.
Yeah.
At some point, can you stop saying, okay, John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl back 10 years, 8 years ago, whenever it was? Like, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
To me, every year since they had Lamar ends disappointingly, where you look at them and go, dude, they got everything you need, and they haven't been able to get to that next step.
Yeah.
How long do you keep doing the same thing with John Harbaugh and not trying to make a fix or change? And I'm going to give you one. And the difference is he did win. So I understand that for the first few years, okay? You still believe, well, he won, he got us there, let's give him a shot. But you remember in Tampa Bay with Tony Dungy, couldn't win. Like they had an unbelievable defense, had everything. Tony Dungy every year, couldn't win. They finally said, okay. They let him go. Brought in John Gruden,
That's
and
right.
they won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Like I've seen this happen.
Yeah.
And one guy might be able to get you to a certain point, but since he's had Lamar, they haven't done sloppy play, just mistakes.
After
in
mistake.
that AFC championship game, was it a championship game against Kansas City in Baltimore, where Zay Flowers fumbled at the they always make the mistake.
Yeah.
Fox Sports Radio. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Magic City Monday. Thank you for hanging out with your boys. Happy holidays. It is December 1st, which is absolutely crazy. How fast time is going. All right, it is now time. We're running short on time. Let's get to it. Time for Play of the Day.
Denver with the blitz on the way. Ball deflected by Nick Bonito, and the Broncos win it. Great play by Nick Bonito. He came untouched. And the Broncos in overtime have beaten the Commanders 27-26.
That was a huge play. The commander said, we're going for the win. Why not? Broncos Radio there for your Tire Rack Play of the Day, brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires. For how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be, and now it is time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How'd you do?
2-1 on the NFL stuff. That was our last bet. 88-78, 10 games
Okay.
over 500.
Making a couple bucks.
Here we are tonight. I'm going to take the Patriots -7.
Okay.
Hosting the G-Men.
G-Men.
So that's my best bet. I'm going to take the Patriots there.
Okay. Not mad at that.
I'm taking the Nuggets -11.5, hosting the Mavericks.
Man, Dirk ain't walking through that door, huh?
I actually was watched them play on Saturday night. The Clippers at
you went.
the
You say at
Mavericks.
the game?
Yeah, I went.
What'd you
Saturday.
think of Cooper?
Yeah,
He was balling. Isn't that the game he was balling?
Yeah, he had 35.
Yeah, what'd you think? You was hating on him?
Yeah, he's all right.
Every bucket he made, you were like, look at it. I mean, it's mid. I could have made that.
I also got the Jazz plus 11.5, so I'm going extremes. Jazz plus 11.5,
okay,
hosting the Rockets in Utah. So, again, Jazz plus 11.5, Nuggets minus 11.5, and the Patriots minus 7. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, so we got some news for somebody who's had a really good career, Hall of Fame caliber career. Rob G, some news breaking for one Russell Wilson, huh?
Yes, sir. For the first time in his illustrious NFL career, potentially Hall of Fame career, Russell Wilson will be a healthy scratch.
Should have had 2 Super Bowls
tonight when the
you ain't wrong.
Giants take on the Patriots. First time ever.
Healthy scratch, yeah. I mean, listen, obviously Jackson Dart is their guy, the future. Jameis Winston is absolutely just beloved there. And that tends to happen everywhere he goes, as long as he's not a starter for like more than 4 or 5 games. So that makes sense. I mean, I think this is the portion of Russell Wilson's career where he's going to have to realize this is it, or just being a backup. Like, I think the days are starting just based off the merit of talent. Now, obviously, somebody gets hurt, you go in, but I think those days are long gone. I think that's just where he is now. So, I mean, this is, again, had an amazing career. There's nothing to complain about.
A quarterback with somebody.
You think so?
There's so few quarterbacks.
I don't disagree with that.
That's all. I'm just saying, like, there's so few quarterbacks that there's always a chance. There's always somebody getting hurt. There's always some young guy who just aren't good enough. Look at if you're the Vikings, right, and what they did this week with that kid. Mm-hmm. Really? That you'd rather play that kid?
No, I'd rather have Sam Darnold.
Do you know what I mean? Well, that wasn't happening because they want to win big games at some point.
They need to win a game.
I want to say
that
this.
Dude, how you look worse than JJ?
Quick.
Yeah.
Did you see Rodney Harrison on Sunday Night Football? Did you see that?
Mm-mm. Wait, what
Rob
part?
G, jump on here real quick.
What did I miss about
it? He was doing analysis. They asked him about keys to the game or whatever. He just could not focus and put any sentences together. Am I right? Wasn't that weird? That was scary.
Really weird.
You got to see the video.
The defenders of his were saying that he got distracted by whatever was being said in his ear, so he couldn't hear the question at the same time. But if you didn't hear that, you would say he totally does not know where he is and can't focus on what he's doing.
Right, because even ask for the question again.
Yeah,
twice.
He's been doing it long enough to know. Hey, I got it. I can't. Hey, listen, my handful. What'd you say again? He's been doing it long enough.
And then when they asked
him
about to try to, he couldn't explain it. Like asking about what they should do.
I got to see the video.
When you see the video, it just was weird. I mean, he's been on TV for a long time, and it just felt like there was a moment there, right, Rob G?
Players who played that same position who talked about memory having issues around the same age too.
We are.
Wake up, it's 2 pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape
with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger,
Bolder,
better.
we are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Minutes away from kickoff of the Monday Night Football game at New England. Temperature in the mid-20s. The Patriots have won 9 in a row. They're hosting a Giants team that's not only 2-10 but winless on the road. Giants young quarterback Jackson Dart will start after missing time with a concussion. Minnesota quarterback J.J. McCarthy is due to return from his concussion this week. The team says he is symptom-free. The Vikings cut wide receiver Adam Thielen as he'd requested. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins is still in concussion protocol. Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown did not practice due to his sprained ankle. Detroit plays this Thursday hosting Dallas. Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. could miss time with a heel injury. Arizona quarterback Kyler Murray is still on IR and will not practice this week due to his foot injury, so Jacoby Brissett will start again. Michigan State's new football coach is Pat Fitzgerald, ex of Northwestern. I'm Steve DeSager.
'em. Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, Live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And if you missed any of today's show, you'll be able to catch the podcast. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. That's right after the show. Today's podcast will be posted. Rob G working on it as we speak. Be sure to follow the podcast. Rate it at least 5 stars because we're worth it. And you can even provide a review. Again, search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's show and a best of version posted right after we get off the air. Don't forget, coming up in about 28 minutes, TJ Houshmandzadeh, former Pro Bowl wide receiver, and of course, co-host of Up on Game right here on Fox Sports Radio. So we'll do that as well coming up in this hour. And it's crazy, as bad as the Steelers were and as bad as the Ravens were, they both still fighting for the division. You know what I mean? Like, one of these two teams is going to make the playoffs.
Joe Burrow picked a bad year to been down because usually I'd be looking like, man, if I was here this whole season, we would have been done with the division by now.
It might be, but you know what I mean. But obviously there was the Mike Tomlin booing, and people want to fire Mike Tomlin, and we do have the sound on that. Let's take a listen. You know what? It's not surprising at all. And I've said this to you before, that they haven't won a playoff game in a long time. You can't keep resting on that championship. It's the same thing like John Harbaugh. And I said it both. And he's been coached. Think about this. Mike Tomlin, 18 years. Dude, and that finishing above 500 or at 500 or better, mediocre, like, okay, like, is that's cool, like, for a few years, if you mix in another one or another championship or something. So I'm not against. I understand the frustration of the Steelers fans. This is real. Fans want to win. Like, there's and we get it. You don't get to win that many times. You know that if you could see your team win in your lifetime once or twice, you're good. Yeah. And the Steelers won, but what was that? That was before, because they lost to the Packers in 2010. So was it before that, or Rob G? When was that?
Yeah, they
2008 or 9.
I know they won with because they won in Detroit when the Super Bowl was in 2006. But I think that was Cowher's last one. So I think he won.
Did they beat Seattle? Was that the one?
Yeah. So that, but I think that was Cowher's, and then he went off to the sunset. Yeah, 2009. So 2009,
and then
that was a great.
And then they lost the next year, right?
A year or two later, they walked to the Packers. Yeah.
Was that 2 years later, or I thought they won in 2010? No.
Yeah. Well, it's always that weird just because the Super Bowl was in the next year.
But anyway, my point is, if I'm Pittsburgh, so twice, right?
Yep,
so
they
twice
won a couple years later.
So then, but then it's been a long drought for a long time, and people get restless. The natives. So I'm fully. If I'm the Steelers organization, and I know they don't do it because they've had 3 coaches over 50 years or whatever. It feels like about that, right? 3 coaches in 40
that ain't
years.
Crazy. Yeah.
Maybe 40. Is that the right number? But anyway, my point is, unless they get to the Super Bowl, I'm ready to move off of Mike Tomlin. I've had enough. I think you need a new voice. They could even get a playoffs, win a playoff game, and I still would be ready to move off. That's where I am. And that sounds harsh because you go, well, you took the next step. I just think that it's played out. It's old. There'll be other teams that would take him overnight.
Oh, yeah. Listen,
he get a job overnight.
Your brother ain't going to be unemployed long.
Sometimes you just need to move off, and we saw that with Tony Dungy. I brought that up before. Now, he wasn't there that long, but he couldn't get over the hump in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And John Gruden showed up. Now, John Gruden, other than that year, he wasn't a great coach.
Man, but he owed Tony Dungy a check.
You remember that, Rob G. Showed up, and then, of course, to play his former team, that helped, right? He knew what was going on. And that defense,
man, that's one of my favorite teams all time.
They scored more points than the offense, dude. They were getting interceptions and running them all back.
Dude, Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp,
that team
McFarland, Rondé Barber.
That team was amazing.
Was it Simeon Rice? No, the team was that. That was insane. It was like Miami 01 and Miami. Certain of the Miami teams were like, okay, everybody in the entire defense is going to the NFL.
Keyshawn was on that team.
Yeah, Keyshawn.
I covered
Brad
that.
Johnson.
That was the number one offense against the number one defense.
And what do they say? Defense wins championship.
And
Rich Gannon was like,
yes.
what the heck is this? Oh, a couple of things. Number one, the Steelers always tell us that the standard is the standard. And dang it, what is the standard now? Upper tier, mid? Because that's what they become, Rob. When it was 16 games, they'd be, 9 or they'd be 9-7. 8, now they'd be what, 10-7 or 9-8. That's like what they have been the last decade or so. They've been having such bad offenses. They've been struggling offensively, and I can see why the fans will be like, enough is enough. We've given grace. We've given time. We said, okay, this quarterback is young. Okay, this one, we've gotten Aaron Rodgers. Like, we've done a multitude of things. This just ain't it. And so if they decided to move from Mike Tomlin, 18 years in the 2020s and 2010s is a remarkable gig. That doesn't happen in sports. That doesn't happen in the world anymore. Gone are the days of your father working for IBM or the GM plant in Detroit for 30, 40 years, 50 years. This is a different era. This is the what have you done for me lately era. And if you haven't done something in 3, 4 years, usually you're out the door. So Mike Tomlin has been elicited some grace that other coaches don't often get. So I look at this. You mentioned the fans are saying we're used to a Super Bowl being a chance, right? A chance. They had historically a chance. They had a nice run with Ben Roethlisberger where we got to a couple Super Bowls. We won one, and we were right there on the edge a few years. They were used to being relevant. The Steelers are no longer relevant in a positive way. And so, yes, fans are going to boo. And I think they also don't see green pasture, like nothing looks like it's going to get better. Like they don't have that, like, oh, this is where we're going in the direction.
I think it's bigger than that. I just think like he's been there too long, and there's no like they'll give it a shot and be like, yo, let's see. But after a while, like 18 years,
nobody can be mad at Mike Tomlin.
It's a real long time to be a coach.
He himself.
This is not the old days where Walter Alston was the Dodger manager and he signed 24 one-year contracts.
Yeah.
Like in those days.
Yeah.
Like guys didn't go, where are they going?
Dude.
And the Dodgers didn't win all the time, you know what I mean? But they didn't change managers like that.
Yeah, I just think Mike, the fans are fed up. They booed him. They booed Aaron Rodgers, who just came back in the game from a broken nose, what it looked like, or at least a beat-up, bloodied-up nose. And he even caught a stray. So fans are just fed up in Pittsburgh for one of the first times we've seen in a while. And they even had, Aaron Rodgers had to talk about it after the game.
Hold on, go ahead. You got that, or I was going to?
Yeah, that's part of it. They pay money for a ticket, so they have the right, good, bad, or indifferent, to say what they want. So I totally understand the frustration. I've been booed on offense, even in Green Bay over the years. So that was a boo-worthy performance, and I understand the frustration.
Right, and at least he's honest. Mm-hmm. Like some guys, they don't want to hear any boos. Like they think like
we don't need that right now.
Yeah,
we
like
don't deserve,
what?
I appreciate him.
At least keeping it right.
Yeah.
It was worthy of them booing me. I get it. And he even said it. I was booed in Green Bay. Yes.
Yeah.
And here's what we were talking about. They've had 3 coaches since 1969. Think about what I just said to you.
That is crazy. Which is why
Chuck Noll, 22 years. Bill Cowher, 14 years.
14.
Okay, so what is that? That's 36.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add another 18 for Mike Tomlin.
54.
Yeah, that's over 50, and they had 3 coaches.
That's near your whole life.
Think about that. Almost.
That's crazy. And again, compliments to them, for that's why they've had stability. That's why they've had this 21 seasons without a losing record. But at a certain point, that can't be the standard. The standard has to be we win Super Bowls. We get to Super Bowls. We are competitive in that regard. And they're falling off. And
you can't even say that, because they haven't even won a playoff game since what?
I think it's been 8-9 years now, right?
I think this is 9 going on 10, like almost a decade.
Yeah, and that can't be the case, because now you look at it as we got the Monday night getting ready to kick off. Are the Patriots back? Right, Drake May. Dude,
how many years has it been, Rob G? Just off the top, since they won a playoff game or been relevant?
I think was it 2018?
Was it that
like
recent?
6 or 7?
Is that it?
6 or
okay.
7. Yeah, but
was that with who? Who was the quarterback?
Well, they made the playoffs with Mac Jones, but they didn't win a game.
That's right.
They won one not Brady's last year, the year before his last year, they won a playoff game.
Okay. Yeah. But that's how it happens.
Yeah.
And before you know it, years go by. And in this case, 18 years at the helm, I think your voice gets stale. It doesn't mean he can't coach.
Oh,
it doesn't mean
he's
that
still a
nobody
good
wants
coach.
him or whatever. But sometimes it's time to move on. And I think even if I'm him, you got to, think about it. And I know it's hard to just, you've been running the place or whatever for a long time. Nobody's going to push me out. But at some point, you got to look at yourself and go, you know what? I need a fresh start. I need somewhere else. And that's a great run.
But I wonder, so that I don't disagree with the idea that he's had a run and an incomparable. Again, you don't get that run. You can win a Super Bowl and be out in 2 years. You can win a national championship.
We saw it in Philadelphia, didn't they?
Exactly.
Didn't we see that?
Yep.
Right?
Doug Peterson.
It was
wins
okay,
one with
Doug,
Nick Foles,
thank you. All
and
right.
they said you can do the Dougie on somewhere else.
You could go to Jacksonville and then get bounced from there in 2 years.
And that they've been calling Sirianni's done nothing but win at a high clip, one of the all-time clips of the first 5 years of being head coach.
He won 85% or something, and they want him out.
Every week they're calling for him. So that's why I'm going to your point about him leaving. That's why he probably would not want to leave, because as long as I'm competitive and good, all I've known is a job. All I've known is security. And it ain't like that everywhere else.
Yeah,
so
but if he becomes available,
no, he's going to get a job.
Do you doubt he would get a job? Anybody? You?
No, he would get a job
right?
night he got fired.
He'd get a job.
What I'm saying is,
there's so many bad coaches.
Yeah. You ain't lying about that.
There's so many.
But I'm saying, what if he doesn't have that? What if he enjoys the stability? Is what I'm saying. Meaning,
yeah,
okay, I take the job I'm making it up the Titans.
But I'm just. But you get,
I got 2 years.
You get stale though, don't you think that there's situations it could get stale on you.
The biggest challenge for him,
job,
an indictment,
relationship.
Yeah, can't get stale.
Right?
It's not you, it's me. He can run. Is that the line he gonna run with the Steelers? Yeah, it's not you, it's me.
It's me.
It's me.
I'm
getting
the one.
stale.
I'm just.
I see so much more for you, girl. Just go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sure.
I want to see you fly.
Somebody else will treat you way better than I can treat you. I just can't do it.
I gotta fix me right now.
Right.
But my only point, Rob, we might not be having this conversation if they had changed their philosophy a bit more offensively. They have been stale offensively even before Aaron Rodgers. They don't have a juice in that regard. And when I think you look at the collective of the NFL, where teams are going and the teams that who kind of are popping, and you already got the guys you knew. The Josh Allen's, the Lamar, the Patrick Mahomes, the guys you're chasing. Then you got these Drake Mays and the Bo Nicks and wherever you want to put Justin Herbert, kind of in the middle of those. You got a lot of guys in your own conference that are competing. C.J. Stroud seems to be coming back around.
I don't know about that.
And they're looking at it like,
no touchdown.
Are the Colts real? I think they're looking at it like, man, we can't be behind all of these teams in our own, let alone the other conference, just in our own conference, the AFC. And they don't have anything in sight. Aaron Rodgers, is this his last year? He doesn't look great. The offense is struggling. They can't run the ball. They were talking about bringing him back next year.
Yeah,
that can't be good. So it's what's coming down the pipeline?
It always depends on the finish, obviously. That'll determine everything, where they are. They're not out of anything, as we just talked about it. The division is there to be had. Can you finish strong? They play Sunday?
Man, they got some good games this week.
Right. And I'm going to Detroit on Thursday. That's another one this
Detroit
week.
Cowboys is a good one.
Because that's a big one. If the Lions lose that game, they're going to have a really hard time to make the playoffs.
Maybe one more loss available.
That's almost a playoff game. Seriously.
Well, for both teams view it that way, because the Cowboys feel like, especially with the Eagles loss, we got a shot, long-winded.
And you got to look at the Cowboys, who think to themselves, dude, look at what we've done the last few weeks. This is winnable. No St. Brown, right?
Oh, no, they look scary, dude. I don't know. What is he, dude? And Ragnow come back, then he left. He's like, nah,
but I'm
not going to be here.
That's the typical Lions, and I'm going to tell you why.
Dude, that was a good tease.
Okay?
That was a good tease. I'm just going to keep it real with
you. Why announce that before he has his physical? Seriously. You retire when you coming back.
They posted it, too. On their page, right? There was a picture of him in a tunnel.
All I'm saying is, hey, come in, let's get the physical, let's get everything straight, and then we announce it. Everybody's excited. They messed up because they jumped the gun, and you already know that the guy retired, and then you got to make sure it ain't you're coming back. Okay, you're on the team. No, there's a physical.
There's contracts, money, there's legal stuff. There's a lot to go through. So guess who welcomed them back? The Lions couldn't welcome back. Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson, come on back to the I retire when I still have something left in the tank club. Megatron said, come on over here. This is me, you, and Barry. Greats who still has stuff left in the tank, but we got out-lioned. We tired of the Lions.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. Is it time for the Steelers to move on from Mike Tomlin? I mean, Kelvin and I don't agree on much, but we agree on this. Other than going to the Super Bowl, and I'm serious, other than going to the Super Bowl, I've had enough. I've seen enough. I think it's just time for a fresh voice. What would it take for you if they get to the?
They got to get to it.
They
have to make a deep playoff run and look like they can be something. Like
if you get to the Super
somewhere.
Bowl, though, I mean, I think that's not enough. If they get to the Super Bowl, they can't fire a coach off of
Is
that.
it a Giants Super Bowl though? Where it's like how we've struggled to get in there, and we might not be good next year.
If you get to the Super Bowl, I don't know who.
I want to. Dang it, we going somewhere. Super Bowl.
You want a Rex Grossman Super Bowl with the
I
Bears?
don't want that. We're like, how did we get here? And we don't never hear from you again.
Well, the Lions would take that because they still haven't gotten it.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You going there Thursday?
We'll continue to
put the camera on him.
Yeah, all right.
Detroit, boo him when he gets back. If we look at this man, Detroit.
It's okay. They can boo me.
Boo him.
And then come to my barbershop. Okay,
and get a
how's
haircut.
that? That's right. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Rob, Parker, Kelvin, Washington. Stick and stay.
America.
One of the soccer teams, right?
Iran, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have it up there?
I don't, but I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is going to boycott and not come to the United States because of some issues with credentials and all kinds of stuff. So let me just get exactly here the story. I thought I had it in front of me. I'm sorry. And it opens up a big can of worms for other places and other, where we are in this country right now is if you're foreigners, like tourism is down. Canadians who used to go to Las Vegas, like attendance is down. People have stopped coming.
Yeah, they're not coming because of visa issues, right? So trying to enter into the U.S., the games are going to be held in is it D.C.? And a lot of their employees and a lot of the people that are associated with the Iran soccer team have been denied entry into the U.S. So that's been the big issue with things that are happening right now. They said there was no immediate comment from the White House on the situation, but it said the federation had reached out to the FIFA and hoped it could help resolve the issue. Soccer's ruling body didn't immediately reply to a request for comment. So right now it seems like there's a lot of dust up going on with that situation and actually getting teams to come in to be a part of the tournament.
Yep. And President Donald Trump's administration announced in June a travel ban on citizens from 12 countries, and that included Iran.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
The list also included Haiti, which last week qualified for the World Cup.
Yep.
And this is for Iran decided to boycott the 2026 World Cup draw in Washington next week because of the visa issues, which you mentioned.
Yeah.
And so this is the bigger story, and we really want you to be involved in this. And this show has never been afraid to just talk about the news and what's happening.
Yeah.
And this is real. And we know the climate of what's going on, the ICE rounding up people, immigrants, just the videos of it, the stuff going on, people being stopped randomly because they look a certain way. There's a lot of issues, and you could, deal with immigration or whatever you want to do, and I understand that if you're here illegally, but the way it's been done in the video and the stuff is really eye-opening. And for somebody who's foreign, is it like I don't think I would want to come to the country at this point. If I was a foreigner, like to visit or just to see what's happened. So is there a possibility that other countries decide that they don't want to come? You know, the U.S. has a lot of big soccer events, right, coming up in the next, right, the World Cup and a couple other big.
The Olympics as well.
Yeah, and the Olympics.
Yes.
That's another one. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And now you might have it where people are saying, I don't know, the United States isn't a friendly place to come to right now with what's going on and whether or not you would want to take part. So as an athlete, and this is what I'm going to ask you, because I remember, I'm old enough to remember when we boycotted, and I say we, the United States boycotted the 1980 Olympics in Russia. They were doing stuff, the Soviet Union and all that.
Yep.
And a lot of, athletes who had trained for 3-4 years, for that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I think it was Jimmy Carter just said, we're not going to take part in that. I also always was I thought it was weird that we took part in the Olympics in Berlin when Hitler was there and Jesse Owens.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't allow Jewish athletes like Marty Glickman and people like that who were track stars to participate. Like we actually went along with that and didn't allow them to be on the team or come after they had done that. I thought we should have probably, the United States, not taken part of the Olympics in Berlin, right, 1936. And we know Jesse Owens made Hitler look like a fool there in front of him or whatever, and all that stuff.
Couple Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, Magic City Monday. TJ Houshmandzadeh on the way in about 5 or 6 minutes. We'll talk to him, former Pro Bowl wide receiver, co-host of Up On Game. Talk some NFL headlines with him in just a little bit. Right now, of course, check out the YouTube channel. We're on it now. I'm looking at you. Simulcasting. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, what are you waiting for? Go to Odd Couple FSR on YouTube, search it. Then you find it, you like it, subscribe, you share it. All that good stuff. Greatly appreciated. Hit the thumbs up icon. Comment away. Rob G will read a few of those throughout the day as well. All right, we're talking about the Steelers. Is it time to move on from Mike Tomlin? As long as he finished 500, you okay with him staying? What's the barometer? Does he have to win a Super Bowl? Get to the Super Bowl? What is it? 877-99 on Fox. Let's go to Adam in Indy. Adam, you are on with the Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Adam?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I mean, I like Tomlin as a coach, but it's like, who do they pick up? Like, you see these teams that let these coaches go that were, like, good coaches, but it was like they need a fresh start, and then they just don't ever go back up. Like,
you're saying if they let him go, but who would they bring in?
Yeah, who would they bring in? Because, like, I think, he just needs to, like, change his ways a little bit. Like, he sees – I don't know, like with Chris Ballard, like he had a way that he always did it. I mean, we're still waiting on the Colts to do something with it, but they made that big trade with Sauce Gardner. And it's like, it seems like.
Did they change the quarterback? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like.
I get what you're saying.
They got rid of Pickens. Like, I get it. He's like, 100% like crash out type player, but look what he's doing
out.
now.
Yeah, he's been balling out. He's trying
but in Pittsburgh, he's trying to get paid. but he was a headache in Pittsburgh.
He
They didn't get rid of him because of his talent. You know that. It's always like there are guys like that who and sometimes it takes moving on from them for the light to turn on.
It happens. It happens. But
877-99 on Fox. Dan in Kansas City, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dan?
Hey, Rob. Hey, Kelvin. How you doing?
What's
I
up,
like
Dan?
to make two objections.
Thank you.
First, the Chiefs are going to go 11-6, and second,
wait. What did you have for Thanksgiving? 11-6.
Well, I had turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes,
beans, the greens, tomatoes, and greens.
Come on, you don't even. You could be the biggest Chiefs fan. You really think they're gonna win every game? Come on, have you watched them?
They have problems but they can fix the problems. It just takes time. I know they're running out of time, but they can.
All right, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Okay.
Yeah, 11-6 was a little on the extreme side.
Go ahead.
10-7. All right, maybe something.
Is he still there?
No, he just wanted to tell you about
his.
There. I just want to tell you about his turkey sandwich and mashed potatoes and
I said he
beans.
had up one other point. I just couldn't take the 11-6.
No,
Orlando in El Paso. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey, Rob. Listen, Rob, it must be devastating to you that the Steelers aren't doing well because of your love affair with Aaron Rodgers. But I will.
Orlando, this is the last time you're calling. Okay, don't call.
Oh, come on, Rob. Anyway,
if you really knew anything about me, seriously, I just want to just give you a lesson.
Okay, all right.
I just want to know. I want to give you a lesson.
All right, listen.
I don't care. Okay, I don't know. I care about my takes and being right. I don't lose any sleep if the Steelers don't win or Aaron Rodgers doesn't play well. I don't know why. I've been doing this job for 40 years. 40. Orlando, I'm not a fanboy. I know there's a lot of guys that you listen to or read or whatever or watch on TV. I'm not that guy. You think I lose any sleep over any team losing? 0.
Is he still there?
That's good. Yeah, I'm still here. Listen,
Orlando, no, Orlando, don't be backing down, Orlando.
No,
don't be backing down, Orlando. Pass me the baton.
I'm being honest.
Tag me in, Orlando. Tag me in.
I'm being honest. I just don't care. What I care about is that I picked the Chiefs and the Lions not to make the playoffs before.
Orlando, tag me in because he also picked the Steelers to make the playoffs. He also picked Aaron Rodgers. You picked the Rodgers to be an MVP. Don't act like you didn't make these picks. Orlando, I'm tired of y'all calling him backing down.
They're tied for
Stand
first
strong,
in the division.
Orlando. Dang it, Orlando. You had him on the ropes.
You ain't had me on no rope.
He had you. You hit him with a 2-piece and a biscuit. Come on, Orlando.
These guys, they think they will call up and think that I care. That I really care. I'm not a fan. I've been doing this for 40 freaking years.
You
know when my fandom stopped? When I got a job as a professional reporter.
Orlando was supposed to tell
in 1986. And don't you ever think anything otherwise. You never see me wear no player's jersey and all that stuff and root for anybody. I don't do that. Because I don't do that. That's not what I'm into. I went to Columbia Journalism School.
What's your point?
I
sit next to you every day, right?
I started my PhD at NYU. I have a press box at Southern Connecticut State University.
Wait a minute. What is it? You didn't just retire? I don't want your resume.
I'm giving my resume.
Want your bio?
Right.
This is not the Rob Parker reference page. When you go online and I click the bio.
Don't ever call up here with that.
No. Orlando, what Orlando was supposed to do was stand 10 toes down. Orlando, you let him get you. Dang. All right, speaking of get you. TJ Houshmandzadeh on the way. We'll talk some NFL headlines with him, including this one, what he thoughts. Obviously, he was in the same division as Mike Tomlin for years. Get his thoughts on that. Right now, Steve DeSager. Hey, Steve.
Hello. Monday Night Football's matchup at New England is mid-first quarter with the Patriots up 3-0 on the Giants. The Pats did have a 1st and goal at the Giants' 7 on the opening drive of the night and settled for a short field goal and the 3-0 lead. Drake May, 4 of 7 passing, 29 yards. Quarterback Jackson Dart did start for the Giants after missing time with a concussion. They're expecting the temperature to dip into the 20s throughout the game. Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown did not practice due to a sprained ankle. Detroit plays this this Thursday hosting Dallas. Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens was limited in practice with calf and knee injuries. Lions defensive back Terrion Arnold will have season-ending shoulder surgery. The Vikings cut wide receiver Adam Thielen as he'd requested. He was a healthy scratch on Sunday and wants to play more before he retires in about a month. Thielen is a Minnesota native. By the way, running back Aaron Jones is day-to-day with a bad shoulder, and Minnesota quarterback J.J. McCarthy is due to return from his concussion this week. The team says he is symptom-free. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins is still in concussion protocol. Colts defensive back Sauce Gardner will miss some time. He's called week to week with a strained calf. Tampa Bay says injured wide receivers Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan could each return to practice this week. Michigan State's new football coach is Pat Fitzgerald, ex of Northwestern. UCLA's new coach will be Bob Chesney, who will still coach James Madison this weekend in the Sun Belt title game, plus any playoff after that. Kentucky fired coach Mark Stoops after 13 years there, but over the last 2 seasons, he went 9-15, including a 41-0 loss Saturday at rival Louisville. Kentucky reportedly wants Oregon offensive coordinator Will Stein, who is a Kentucky native and a former Louisville quarterback. BYU coach Kalani Sitake is reportedly a candidate for the Penn State job. 9 NBA games tonight, including the late contest, 10 p.m. Eastern. The Lakers, winners of 7 straight, hosting Phoenix. LeBron James sat out Sunday night's win. On the scoreboard this evening, it's at the Wizards, a Milwaukee lead on Washington, 81-65, mid-third quarter. Washington 2-16 this year. In college hoops on FS1 at Villanova, the Wildcats have beaten Temple 74-56. Back to you.
Steve, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Coming up, we're going to talk a little bit about Shedeur Sanders, how he played on and off the field. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Right now,
I'm with Judge Judy.
Well, I want to be with Judge Judy, making $45-50 million a year at 97 years old. TJ Houshmandzadeh. A former Pro Bowl wide receiver, co-host of Up on Game on Fox Sports Radio, and has the best ponytail in the game. My dog, Hoosh, what up, man?
Hoosh, how long have you had that ponytail? How long is your hair? Have you ever cut your hair?
That man
said I trim it. I trim it.
No, but I mean cut it. Have you ever
No. I haven't had a haircut since probably 1999.
It started with a 9. It started with a 19.
Are you serious? 26 years?
Yeah, I started growing it when I was in junior college.
What's the reason? You Samson? What is it?
Nah, man, I didn't have nobody really to cut my hair. And when I first started putting in a ponytail, I used to have to go home. My mama would put in a ponytail, and I wear a do-rag overnight because I didn't know how to do it myself.
Right. I can't mess this up.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't mess it up.
Shoot. All right, well, let's get to some football. Otherwise, turn on the hairstyles with Rob and Kelvin. All right.
There's a few things going on.
We can start with the Steelers, though.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
We're both on the same page. We don't agree on a lot, but after this year, unless they go to the Super Bowl, 18 years of Mike Tomlin, I'm good. I think it's time for a new voice, just to make a change. They've had 3 coaches in 54 years. I just think it's tired or stale. Where are you?
I actually agree that they need to go their separate ways. And the biggest problem is this. Once they saw Ben Roethlisberger on the other side, they should have prepared for that and drafted a quarterback that could have taken over. And
but
they
they
didn't
drafted
do it.
guys, but none of them were any good. They did.
They
right?
were drafting guys in the 3rd round. They weren't drafting guys to be the heir apparent. They were hoping, okay, let's draft a Mason Rudolph and hope. You got to draft a guy. Very rarely are you going to get a Tom Brady really late in the draft, or you just draft somebody outside the first 2 rounds that is a franchise quarterback. That's rare. And so they could have done it, but, they want to draft and spend all this money on the defensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. And now that defense is giving up over 200 yards a game rushing, and that's where all your money is at.
No doubt. I got 2, and I want to figure out, and then I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But going into the season, TJ, I predicted the Chiefs and the Lions would not both make the playoffs. Where are you on those 2 teams? Obviously, the Lions have a huge game against the Cowboys on Thursday. Where are you on those 2 teams, and how surprised are you to see them where they are?
I'm not surprised. Now, I said this last week or 2 weeks ago. I didn't think the Chiefs would make the playoffs, but it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't. It's really hard to play at such a high level year in and year out, win the division every single year, because everybody you play, they're getting up for you.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter. All 17 games, your opponent gets up for you more than they get up for everybody else. And so for the Chiefs, that's hard to do. John Harbaugh has always been good. Jim Harbaugh has always been very good in his second year. You knew with Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos was going to be really good. And so I just felt like the Chiefs would win it. And then with the Lions, you lose both coordinators. I assumed it would be a drop-off offensively, and the drop-off is that same players. They should be a little bit better, but it's just that timely play calling that they don't have. I still believe the Lions will make the playoffs, and from the looks of it, I don't believe the Chiefs will.
Yeah, both teams have a shot. The Lions a little bit better than the Chiefs, and a lot of their destiny will be in their hands. The last game of the season to be against the Bears. That'll
last
probably
game, there'd be games bigger than that.
No, I'm saying that probably, in my opinion, will be if they win, they can be in. They lose, they're out. That's how it's set up. Let's go to some other teams.
I don't see it, TJ. They got three really good teams in their way. The 49ers, who are the three? You
talking about they got to play?
No, I'm talking about who are ahead of them. Like
the Packers.
The 49ers, the Packers in the division, and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Like those are unless they have a meltdown.
But a lot of those teams, the only thing that works in favor of them, a lot of the teams are playing in the conference. Like, for instance, the Bears played two Packers games. They played each other.
The Seahawks are in. The Seahawks and Rams are in. Can they get ahead of the Niners?
Right.
The Seahawks and Rams, they're in. Can they get ahead of the Niners? And that's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible if
no St. Brown the next 2 weeks.
The Lions play the Niners too.
It's a lot.
Yeah, the Lions play. Oh, they're
fighting.
Yeah, they're scrapping on Monday night.
Yeah, man, they trying to take Jackson Dart's head off.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Let's stay here for a minute. TJ Houshmandzadeh, our guest, former Pro Bowl receiver, of course, on with the odd couple Rob and Kelvin. They highlighted this previously on Countdown, getting ready to this. Jackson Dart, obviously loving and feeling himself and running and trying to win for his team. They highlighted TJ. He just runs into things. Rob and I sit here every week. We're like, man, he's got to learn the slider. He keeps getting hit, and I feel like part of that hit you just got is because guys know you can hit him. You know he's gonna, try to take that hit, get that extra yard.
But they've made the rules so that you could slide and avoid that. Am I right?
So what do you say to him?
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is his mentality, man. I've been knowing this kid since he was in high school. That's his mentality. It wasn't a penalty. He was in bounds. It's the Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to run down the sideline, and you think I'm going to step out, and I'm going to keep going. So all these dudes are doing, if you're going to tiptoe down the sideline, I'm going to go ahead and tiptoe you out of bounds.
Right. I don't see any problem with it. Right? There was no penalty.
No. He keeps creating, and guys know he's going to go there for that extra yard.
This is the thing, though. They need to be consistent with this, though, because that wasn't an unnecessary roughness. That wasn't a late hit. But with other quarterbacks, that's a late hit.
You said Patrick Mahomes. I heard you, TJ.
The officials need to be consistent. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree. No doubt. Go ahead.
Yeah. We obviously are watching this. We'll continue to keep folks updated. Man, help me out here. You got a couple of teams. Rob and I are going to talk about the next hour a little bit. The Bears and the Broncos, both leading, 9-3, winning games. Are you sold on either one of those teams? I'm not.
Man, hey, the Broncos, the Commanders literally had the game, but at the end of the day, you got to make the play.
Yep.
And it's just with the Bears, it's just so weird. Like, you're like, okay, they're going to lose this game. Oh, Caleb Williams is completing less than 50% of his passes. Oh, they run for over 200 yards. And so at the end of the day, they're making the plays. You're only
and Caleb made that play too, that big touchdown throw.
They're making the plays when it's needed, and so if you look at Caleb Williams, he took a ton of sacks last year. He's not taking sacks last year. He turned the ball over last year. He's not turning the ball over this year, and so those two things that were very glaring, he's corrected them, and so he's going to have to go into this offseason and say, I have to be better at my completion percentage. So I believe he'll hone in on that. But Is it a surprise with the Broncos? No, the Bears are a huge surprise. They're leading the division right now. If I'm not mistaken, are they not number one in the NFC?
Yes, they are.
But that win though, right there against the Eagles in Philadelphia, like everybody was saying, oh, well, they got a cupcake schedule. Here was your game, TJ. That was the game, right? Philadelphia, who had just blown a 21-0 lead to Dallas, they had every reason to come out and play great at home against the Bears, who people didn't want to buy into, and it didn't happen. If I'm Chicago, I feel great.
The Eagles were on high alert. They were ready for that game, considering what you just said.
Yep.
Up 21, you lose to the Cowboys. So that week of practice, it was a point of emphasis of we got to make sure we start fast, but we got to finish stronger, because we started fast last game and we didn't finish it. The Bears defensively are turning it up a notch. Like, they played very good on defense. Now, is that a lack of what Philly has on offense? I don't know, but you got to get a Bears defense a ton of credit. And that offensive line and DeAndre Swift, they went to work, because the Eagles' defense, as we know, is tough to run on.
Yeah.
They're tough to do anything on.
They had 281 yards.
They had almost 300 yards in the
TJ.
NFL, like we in college football.
Yes. And on the road in Philly?
That was a big win.
I was shocked.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Are you guys, what y'all think about the Lane Kiffin thing?
Well, we talked about it earlier. My thing was, you built your program is better than LSU right now. Not historically, but right now.
Okay. See, we disagree.
There you go. Tell them. Go ahead and tell them, TJ.
We disagree.
I'll take that job 10 times out of 10 times. You ain't winning at Ole Miss. He knows
what
it.
What if they could have
You're
won
not
this year?
winning. Go ahead, TJ.
Why couldn't they?
Tell them. You take that job.
Hey, listen. If your kid is getting recruited by LSU and Ole Miss, where are you sending your kid to?
Thank you.
Where are you going to send him to, Kev?
I'm sending them to LSU. I'm sorry.
Okay, there you
Of
go.
course,
There you go. Of course you are.
Of course. And they are having a good season. But at the end of the day, he's such a great coach, and then he identifies talent and puts them in his system. LSU is just a better job.
Don't tell me that then,
thank you.
TJ. Why he can't get, if he's a great
Thank you,
coach,
TJ.
get your coach on that Ole Miss. I agree with you.
TJ.
Stay
Thank
there and win. Dang
Nah, you living in a fantasy.
They're going to
world.
win. They just not going to win at all. They not beating Ohio State. They not beating the Georgias
Thank
at
you.
Ole Miss.
They
now,
not.
you go to LSU, you can beat those guys, because you're going to have those type of guys that can do it.
Well, he better do it, because he ain't did it yet in about a 20-year career, TJ.
TJ, thank you. I tried to tell him for 20 minutes, and I just didn't.
TJ, you still my
He
guy,
won't
though.
listen to me because I didn't play in the NFL.
That
I
is
didn't
why I
play.
ain't listening to you.
He don't want to listen to what I'm saying. Forget, TJ, that I've been in this business for
For
almost
40 years. TJ, I'm so tired of hearing that, TJ. That's my
Okay.
alarm clock. All right, Hoosh, we appreciate you, bro.
All right, fellas, man. Y'all take care.
No doubt. We got more. It's the Odd Couple, Fox
That's your
Sports
alarm
Radio.
clock. That'll be a great gift.
Like you mentioned, he's leaving Ole Miss on the eve of the college football playoff, which the Running Rebels will be in.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if they'll be in the top 5, top 10, but they'll be somewhere in the top 12. And even still, Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss to take the LSU head coaching job. He'll be at worst the second highest paid coach in college football. And his team right now left holding the bag, because even though he said he wanted to stick around and coach them, finish out this season with the Rebels, they said, no, hell no. You're leaving. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
With a lower split you.
Stay in LSU, and that's where he's at.
I'm fine with that. If they don't want him to coach, I get it. And we've seen that happen before.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where he's the bad guy. This is the system that's set up. I'm waiting to hear from Nick Saban and Tom Izzo and them telling me how bad college sports is, with the kids leaving and going to the transfer pool. Where are those guys? I want to see those guys stand up on big platforms today and tell me how terrible it is that coaches walk away from kids. And if you want to blame Lane Kiffin, please save it. People have been walking out on kids forever. This is not new, no breaking news. This is the system that's set up. This is the time clock that's set up, right? Mm-hmm. This is when you could do it. We know all the Lions fans had their panties in a bunch last year because Ben Johnson was interviewing during the playoffs. Mm-hmm. But, well, that's the timetable, right? You can't wait. You can't. You got to get somebody in place. You got to get ready. This is what happens. So all I'm saying is, I do not blame Lane Kiffin. All these people like, oh, he turned his back on the kids. And what a shame. They had a magical season, and he walked out on them, and this 4-year senior. Dude, there's nothing new here. There's nothing special. There's no guarantee he's going to win some national championship, and it's an opportunity of a lifetime. And this was a step. Jobs come open. They don't come open every year. Guy gets in, he might have it for 10 years. You don't know, or at least 5 or 6. And things happen. Maybe Ole Miss reverts back to where it was, and it isn't that good or whatever after this group of players. There's a lot of the things that play in, but I am going to wash the hands of Lane Kiffin, and I have no issue with it. Kids, bounce when you're ready to bounce. Lane Kiffin, bounce when you're ready to bounce. All these people do it, and now it's the end of the world.
I'm calling him Lane dipping because he's always dipping. Always getting out of there. And nobody has you have the absolute right to go where you want. That's true. But that doesn't mean people have to like it. And to me, it also doesn't have to necessarily make sense. I feel like he always has a case of the grass is always greener somewhere else. I feel like he's like, somewhere else is going to be better. Go to LSU. Somewhere else is going to be Alabama. Somewhere else is going to be better. I got to go to Ohio State. Or like, I have a feeling like something will never be satisfied within him, which is fine. That's his prerogative. But where you can have issues and where I wonder about the decision to leave, and specifically going there, is a couple of things. One, Rob, your program is better than LSU. You literally have built a better You've done now what you hope to do at LSU, which is build a college football program. They're not. Build a program that's got a chance to compete.
How many championships does Ole Miss have?
I can't tell you about what they did in the past. Okay. I'm telling you about what I've done if I'm Lane Kiffin. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear about that. I'm telling you, I've been here, and we've been playing very well to the tune now of the best record in school history and a chance at the college football playoff. And when you bring up, you're mentioning that to kids, that's the thing. You're leaving them now. And I agree with you. The timetable sucks because the whole point you've preached is come here, we're going to build something. Come here, we got a chance to compete for a title. Come here, we're going to do something that hasn't been done in 50, 60 years, whatever it's been for them. And you literally are living that now. You have a chance to compete. So you're leaving the coaches who are there with you. You're leaving the students. You're leaving everybody that's a part of this program that helped build it to the point of getting to where you want to get to. You're going to LSU to hope to compete for a title. You literally have a chance to now. So that part of it doesn't make sense to me. If they were a good team, 9-3 and competitive, and he just felt like, we're not, I can understand it. You're literally having an opportunity to compete for a championship. So that part of it I don't get. like this. You hear the bells. Gucci. Burr. He was telling you it was cold. Burr. Fox Sports Radio. It's the Odd Couple.
All right, Run DMC's Christmas song. I'm cool with that.
We still got time. We still got another hour. Mary Mac is locked and loaded. She's got a bunch.
Dang.
And we got a whole month, Rob.
That's the better
What's
point.
today, the first?
The first.
I will touch the 1700 music, I promise, okay?
No, don't do that. That is a classic.
Right.
Don't do that. I agree, Rob. It is a classic. We got plenty of time, Rob. Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Thank you to TJ Houshmandzadeh, our guest who joined us moments ago. Check out the podcast.
Also helped you out.
Yeah, I still stand on business.
That's the one thing with Kelvin. Whenever the guests come on and he thought he'd get like some traction or whatever, and then they
what's the score in that? Like 52-2?
He's always like,
okay, 52-2.
Yeah, okay.
No, first of all, I'm unlike this. Is what I was talking about with Orlando earlier. I stand on business. I said what I said.
Orlando.
Okay. Oh, speaking of which, real quick, 40 years.
It ain't about Orlando. Go
Tire
ahead. I'm curious to hear these comments.
Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection. With convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Rob G, you got some odd mob comments, YouTubians. What we got?
I already know. This is all about
a lot
me.
of comments in the wake of the call with Orlando from El Paso.
Nobody wants to hear about your resume, Rob.
Here we go. This is totally unrelated. Goddamn, says Rob, you're definitely a fanboy. Polo C says,
he about to flip this
I can't
table.
read the first part. It's inappropriate.
Okay.
But Rob definitely thin-skin fanboy for A-Rod. Rob once said he could drink Aaron Rodgers' bathwater. Of course he's a fan. Rob wears Kelvin's PJs to bed. That's a good one. And then Adam Castro says, love how we can all agree. Rob's definitely a fanboy for the Aarons, Rodgers, and
the
Judge.
Aarons is listen. Who said that?
That last one was from.
What are you talking about?
Adam Castro.
One of the all-time great quarterbacks, and a guy who I said 5 years ago is one of the top sluggers in the history of the game.
But Rob,
I said it 5 years ago.
One getting heat because Dub. This is about Dub.
What I
Kelvin is the voice of the fans, and people value his opinion, is what a lot of people think. But you're going nowhere with this Ole Miss conversation.
I'm listen. I stand on business. Now, 2 years from now, I might be feeling stupid, but right now, I'm standing on business.
What else? Come on. There's more ripping, Kelvin.
No,
I want to hear it all.
Here's another one. Rob on that Smokey Robinson right now. My baby here laughing it up at these two. I'm glad we can watch them too.
Oh, that's a nice way to end it right there. So it's
I
about 10
wanted
to 1.
more heat on Kelvin. I wanted more heat.
10 to 1. See, I admit.
More.
We are Fox Sports.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Early second quarter at New England in the Monday Night Football game. The Patriots lead now 17-7 over the Giants, who are just 2-10 this year, winless on the road, and they've lost 6 in a row. Pats are up 17-0 after the first quarter. That included a touchdown on a 94-yard punt return. New England has won 9 straight games. They're tied with Denver for the best record in the AFC. Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown did not practice today due to his sprained ankle, and Detroit plays this Thursday hosting Dallas. Minnesota quarterback J.J. McCarthy is due to return from his concussion this week. The team says he is symptom-free, but Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins is still in concussion protocol. Michigan State's new football coach is Pat Fitzgerald, ex of Northwestern. UCLA's new coach will be Bob Chesney, who will still coach James Madison this weekend. BYU coach Kalani Sitake is reportedly a candidate for the Penn State job. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios. Here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 on a Magic City Monday.
Oh!
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, here on Fox Sports Radio. And with the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us and all the great Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app so that you'll always pop up at the top of the screen. Don't forget to do that. Right now, 17-7 Patriots over the Giants. The Giants just scored. It was 17-0 Patriots after the first quarter, but now 17-7 and still a lot of time, 12:45 left in the first half in New England.
I tell you what, if you're the Giants, win, lose, you just want to compete, obviously, right now. But you got to be feeling good. Jackson Dart.
Feeling good.
I'm saying they got Jackson Dart, who they feel good in. Malik Neighbors, who was a top receiver when he comes back. He obviously got hurt early this season. And then you got Scatterboo as well coming back. Like, they got some nice pieces along with some good defensive players as well.
So you got them as what? They're going to be good?
Why I can't do an acknowledgement? Why I got to tell you they in the Super Bowl next year?
I just can't.
I'm saying
a team that's 2-10, and you're talking about injured players.
Because their quarterback has been – first of all, they started Russell Wilson a few games. That's where they went wrong. I told you that.
But their quarterback, he hasn't won any games. I mean, my God. I get it. He's a young guy. He's reckless. I'll sit here and tell you that he's not going to have the career you think, because if he continues to do what he's done and continues to run – he will not be a quarterback for the Giants in the long haul.
Do you know there have been a handful of quarterbacks who said the same thing. They need to calm down. They need to learn how to slide, and they did. This is his first year in the NFL.
He just came off a concussion
I'm
protocol.
not disagreeing with you. I said he needs to quit putting his head in there.
Why did he take that hit today?
That time. Yeah,
he got rocked.
Yeah, he got rocked.
Keep doing it.
So
keep doing it. You will not be a quarterback in the National Football League.
And they're going to hammer that no pun intended, hammer that on his head this offseason.
How did he just come back and do that?
Because Rob, let me tell you why. You know why? We're creatures of habit. Okay? So when I start saying this, you want to ask me, are they going to be in the Super Bowl next year? Because you're a creature of habit.
No,
You've been doing that for 40 years.
I'm not going to burn my hand on the stove if I see you burn your hand on the stove.
I like that their fans have to be saying, hey, I like our quarterback. I like Scatterboo. I like the energy of what they were able to do. Malik Neighbors is insane when he comes back. So I'm saying if you're a fan of the Giants, you got to be feeling a little bit of all right, I like what we can be next year. They got some nice pieces. Defensively, they got a couple as well. That's what I'm saying, Rob. Not saying they're in the Super Bowl, but you got to start. You got to build somewhere.
Anything. I've never seen anybody more positive and more rainbows, lollipops than you. Everybody's great. Everybody's going to be great in the future.
Not at all.
Yeah, let me look at this young guy. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you sat there and you told me, this guy's going to be great. Well, I'm just saying,
What, Rob?
This is why
we're the odd couple.
We are because I don't believe in that stuff.
You can literally have somebody be 15-2, and you find, the one game they lost, even though you picked them to lose every single week. I can come out here and tell you I like this person on this team and then tell you what I don't like about them. They got to get better than this. Great example. I don't like the way Dan Campbell is coaching right now. Lions rooting for him. I can also tell you that. With you, it's gang-related. If I like you, you can do nothing wrong. I actually can be objective and come on here and tell you.
You are not objective.
I like the Lions,
dude,
but I don't like them.
I'm not even going to sit here
I do it every week.
For you to say you're objective. You're a fan.
And the best part about it, we have everything on tape.
You're a lot of stuff, but you're not objective. You're a fan.
That's the best part about this.
You're a fan. Just
admit
you're a fan. Can you admit you're a fan? You're a fan.
I'm a fan of the Lions who is
anybody who wears Lions jerseys and hats. and all that. You're a fan.
Rob,
you're a
here's
fan.
the difference.
No,
Rob,
I'm not going to buy that. No.
You don't have to buy it. I'm okay admitting I'm a fan. You're not.
That's fine.
You're the only one that has a problem with it.
No.
We know
you
you're
can
a fan.
Be a fan, but
I admit it.
Don't sit here and go,
it's freedom.
I'm objective.
Absolutely.
You're
and
a Lions
best part,
fan. You picked the Lions out.
And I can sit
go,
up here
go to
and
your
tell
Instagram.
you.
Go to his Instagram. Lions won again. Lions won again.
Right.
How are you objective?
What? Because I come on the air. So is there a partition here?
You're not
Do
objective.
you listen? Is your left ear messed up? I tell you every week what I see, what I call it as it is. Every single week. I'll tell you, whatever team we could be talking about. I like Patrick Mahomes, but I don't like the way he's playing. I don't like the way they're going right now. I can tell you Josh Allen, I don't like the way they're so Josh Allen reliant. I tell you every week, that's the difference. I can tell you a team that I like, but I don't like what they're doing. Or I like this system, but I don't like that. If you're in, it's gang-related. I've got blinders on. I can't see anything else. Hey, Aaron Rodgers sucked. Well, Lamar Jackson need to win. Well, Lamar Jackson. That's the difference. And the best part about it is everything on this is taped. We got all the podcasts.
The difference between me and you is that you're rooting. You want the Lions to win a Super Bowl.
And if they don't, I'll be the first one to tell you.
No,
I didn't
but
like
that's
that
the
they
difference.
did this.
That's what being objective is.
No, you're not liking somebody's not being objective.
Yes, it is.
That's just you not liking someone.
No, I don't care who wins.
But see, you're not
honest. Yes, I am.
That's the difference.
I don't care.
I come on here and say,
no, I
am from the Metro Detroit area.
No, that's fine.
I've been a fan of the Lions.
That's
the
fine.
Lions are
You're
not playing well right now.
You're a fanboy. Just
Jared
admit
Goff,
it. Raise your hand. I'm a fanboy. I love anything from Detroit.
Do we need to go back to the comments? Do we need to go back to the comments?
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
But you are.
I'm not.
It's okay. I feel like I'm at an AA intervention.
You know that? Oh, you're a Yankees fan. I didn't grow up a Yankees fan. I've never been a Yankees fan.
I didn't tell you about your history. I'm telling you about your present.
I'm telling you.
Everybody who listens to the show knows. We just had a whole segment of nothing but comments they know.
Please, they don't.
You ain't hiding it.
I'm not
hiding it.
hiding.
You got to work on your high game. At least
No.
I'm honest. I'm a Lions fan who is disappointed in the way that they've been performing. Disappointed in Dan Gamble, as you call him. I agree. I text you all the time. I tell the people on air all the time. He's going to cost him miss several games if he continues to not do this. I do this about LeBron James. Tell you all the time, LeBron James shouldn't have did this, shouldn't have did that. The best part about this, we got podcasts, we got YouTube.
Why can't
and we
you
can pull it up
accept
anytime.
the fact that we are the odd couple? I'm an objective
you need
reporter,
to accept it.
and you're a fan.
Because you're
That's
not.
the difference.
But
you're
no.
objective. I'm an
There's a
objective
difference.
reporter.
I am
and you're
a fan.
You're a fan
who keeps it a buck. That's why that is what I am.
All right.
Fans who keep it a buck. And I'm about to keep it a buck about somebody else you a fan of. Since you want to go there, Rob.
No. The only reason that you don't like Caleb and they're
Here we
winning
go.
because this affects the Lions.
That doesn't affect the Lions.
That's what this is. Yes, it is.
How does that, no, that's nothing
Because they're
to do
going to
with
win the division, and
are.
it's the reason that the Lions aren't. And that's going to hurt you.
That has the Lions.
That's what it is.
If the Lions don't win, it's because the Lions haven't played well enough to win.
Last year, Patrick Mahomes didn't play well. All you talked about.
And what did I say every week, Rob G?
Was
what did I say every week?
They made the play to win.
What did I say every week?
To win. That's what.
Elijah, put the camera on me.
That's what.
Every single
Caleb's
week I sat up here
thing.
and told you. Unfortunately, Rob, I gotta agree with you. Patrick Mahomes is off right now. Some doesn't look right now. The offense can't get going. Thank God for their defense. That's what I do. You know I'm a news anchor too, right? I come in with the facts and be objective, brother. You know this. Put the camera back on
now
me.
When it comes
Let's
to
talk
sports.
about these Bears. Let's get back to these Bears. I was sitting here saying they actually have a high ceiling because Caleb Williams hasn't played well. Because Caleb Williams is either middle or last when it comes to the big stats.
Did you hear TJ Houshmandzadeh when he was on?
What did he? Yeah, I heard. What part?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
What part?
Go ahead. Forget it. Go ahead.
They right now. We all came into this season with Caleb Williams.
They went to Philadelphia and won.
Yeah.
He got a problem with Caleb Williams.
Yeah, no. I don't have I'm saying they're winning despite him. The fact that we came into the Bears saying, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, how is this marriage going to work? How is Caleb Williams going to improve? And what it ended up being is that Ben Johnson reminded us that what Ben Johnson did, despite all the sexy and cute plays in Detroit, Ben Johnson at his core is a running style offensive coordinator. And I think we got reminded of that this season because they're number 2 in rushing right now. The Bears are averaging about $150 a game. And then you look at what their defense is doing right now. They're first in takeaways. So this team has been built between defense, running the ball, which we all get. Ben Johnson will draw up some crazy plays, but that's the core of who he is. And then you look at Caleb Williams, who's been struggling right now. He had 50% against the Eagles. They ran the ball almost 300 yards. and he is averaging like his completion percentage is around 57% right now, and he's at QBR is 18. So they actually been winning despite what we all came in wondering how the pairing between Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson it would be. It hasn't been great. Ben Johnson has said we've won in spite of the passing game. I ain't the coach. That's what he said. And so that's, to me, why it's been remarkable. And to their credit, their ceiling can be high if Caleb Williams starts to get it going. That would be impressive because the defense has been spectacular. Turnovers, getting takeaways.
What's their record?
And the running game.
What's their record?
9-3.
Okay. It's just silly. Like you could go and handpick whatever you want. If you
What
watch,
do you mean handpick?
if you watch the game,
oh, don't bring to watch the game. Are you watching them?
It's about making plays. Did you watch the game? The touchdown he threw to seal the game in Philadelphia. That wasn't a running play. He rolled out, he rolled left and threw a dime. Go watch the play. Right. He doesn't have to throw 3 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes threw 4 touchdowns and they lost. That's great.
Don't put him in Patrick Mahomes.
All I'm trying to say to you is that this whole idea that you worried about completion percentage, it ain't got nothing to do. It's about wins and losses and making plays. That's what the NFL is. It's about making plays. Mm-hmm. It's about, did you tackle a guy or did he get by you? It's really a really simple game. Did you catch the ball or did you drop it? Did you throw the touchdown when it mattered? They won. How many big games did they win at the end where he threw a touchdown?
I'm asking you a question.
I just don't understand the winning percentage. He's won 9-3. That's what I care about.
Has he performed well?
That's what I care about.
Has he performed well?
For a second-year quarterback with a new offensive coordinator,
well?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, his own coach doesn't think that. And nobody's saying, again, that's why I said the ceiling is high for them if he can get it right. That's why I just said that. If he can actually get it right,
they won 4 games when trailing with 2 minutes to go in the game. He's done something right. That's my point, is that he has made plays.
4
games.
So you
with
just
2 minutes to go.
How about we not be down all the time?
That's just not how it goes. Come on, man. That's irrelevant. That's
and
silly.
Again, my whole point is they've been able to dominate with the defensive run.
It's about winning.
And Caleb Williams has room to improve.
Winning.
This is what we just talked about.
Nobody said he can't improve.
That's all I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying.
That's not what you're saying.
They've been winning in spite of him.
They've
been able to produce in spite of him.
That's a backhanded compliment, man.
Well,
Get out of here with that.
That's exactly what it is.
That's
he hasn't played well.
That's terrible.
He has made some plays, but he hasn't been
played
great.
well. They won 4 games in the final 2 minutes.
Right.
And you're acting like he hasn't done anything.
No, that's not what I said. I said he has not played great.
How can you do
that?
How can you do that to somebody?
What do you mean I can do it? Because he's a professional athlete. That's literally what we do.
That's not it. It's because he's beating.
Wow. This is
come on. I'm not buying it.
Can you at least have some consistency? Because, matter of fact, or maybe it's the opposite. You do have consistency. Because Matthew Stafford has been playing out of his mind, and he ain't this and he ain't that. But then Caleb Williams, who is 50-something% passing, QBR is lower than half the league, but he's out here playing well. Boy, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with you. Actually, you're right. I can. It won't make sense.
He's in his second year. They started out 0-2. They gave up 50 points to the Lions, and now they're 9-3, one of the best records in the league. And you sit here, and your comment and your conversation is about how bad Caleb Williams is. Come on, man.
I didn't say how bad he is. I said he's
man.
got a root there winning in spite of him.
That's awful.
It's facts.
877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6360. How impressed have you been with Caleb Williams so far this season? Are the Bears winning in spite of him? As a backhanded compliment from Kelvin. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you still beefing with your coworker after Thanksgiving.
And another thing, too. Don't think it's over, too. No, don't walk away.
Let's start. Obviously, we had the Black Friday game, today.
You should just call it Friday then.
Yeah, just the Friday.
Every day. Thank you, Alex. You're right on time.
Yes. But the Bears get it done. 24-15 in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
almost 300 yards on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
What were your takeaways from? That was a huge win for the Bears.
Demoralizing. When you can run on a team for 300 yards, have two separate backs go over 100 yards, that means you've imposed your will on this team. And so you talk about Ben Johnson, the Ben Johnson hire going to Chicago, and you talk about guys coming in changing the culture, right? He said we're going to be a physical team. A lot of coaches say that. We're going to be physical, we're going to run the ball, and we're going to, that's going to be our identity. Early on in the year, they started out 0-2. That wasn't who they were yet.
And they got blown out in that second game by the Lions.
Yes.
You remember. Think about where they've come from.
Exactly. Those first two games, people were ready to write them off and say, like, this is another guy that came in.
7-7-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. But, Kerry, you watched the game.
Yeah.
And I said, that throw, wasn't that a big throw?
Oh, no, that throw was big time. It was 17-9 at that time.
The game is still in the flux.
Yeah, the Eagles are starting to pick up momentum. They score. They get back in the game a little bit. He get them down on the field, and that throw to Kmet was a dime.
Shut the door. Appreciate that, brother. See, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Christmas vibes as it is December 1st. We got a whole lot left still in the show. Giving you an update right now. The Patriots just scored again, 24-7. They're up on the Giants with about 7 minutes. I believe they just went to commercial. I think it was about 7 minutes left in the first half. So we'll keep you updated on that. And don't forget, check out the YouTube. We'll read some YouTube comments throughout the show. If you're there, Odd Couple FSR. Rob G is all over it with the Odd Mob and the YouTubian. Just search Odd Couple FSR. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We appreciate you listening and watching on YouTube as well. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls, Rob. Talking about Caleb Williams and the Bears are 9-3. I say there's still a lot to be desired from the passing game, and that would only enhance them at this point because the running game and the defense is great. Rob says, shut up, they're 9-3. Who we got?
Chili Tim, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, you and the family, Chili.
That's right.
Yeah, we did. I hope you guys did as well.
Did. Appreciate it, brother.
Thanks. I want to make 3 quick points if I can, real quick, and I'll try to do it in a minute. Kelvin, I just wanted to make a comment. You made something, as I said last week off the air, when you said it as I got off the phone, about when I was talking about Kendrick Perkins, what I meant to say was, in the community, when we say things, when it's not really discrimination or racism, when you make it something that is not, that's when it's not taken seriously. So that was the point I was trying to make about that.
Gotcha.
Everything is not always the man. Okay?
I got you.
Second of all, with Caleb Williams, the same things that make you happy can make you cry, right? It's a thin line between love and hate. So I think what Ben Johnson is saying is that, hey, yes, we're doing fine now, but when the playoffs, when things get a little tighter, the booties get a little tighter, you know, the chance to choke comes a little greater in the playoffs. We don't have another week to go back and correct these things. You know, a bad mistake like that starting slow can, you know, the next time we get a chance to correct it will be, you know, over the summer. So I like what they're doing, but I think what he's saying is, look, we knowing that, you know, what he's been in the playoffs, knowing that he saw it with the Lions, you know, you can choke down something. So let's get it straight. Let's tighten it up. We're 9-3, but what we're doing won't get us to where we need to go. So I like what he's doing, but I think he's just trying to say, hey, you know, let's tighten these things up because the same things that make us happy right now make us cry in the playoffs.
That's perfectly fine. I 1,000% agree.
I just, nobody's perfect. No coach is ever going to say everything's great. We don't have to do anything. I get it. He's a young quarterback. My only point is, you can sit here and nitpick. People watch film and all they do is talk about all the plays that are missed. It ain't a game that Caleb Williams in. I see plenty of games. I see the same film from all over the league. Guys are wide open all over, and quarterbacks don't see them or they miss a play. I just think if you want to harp on somebody, I like the idea that he's made 4 plays or helped them win 4 games in the final 2 minutes.
That's about what you said, about 4 plays.
In the final 2 minutes. I'll take the 4 plays. A lot of guys can't make that.
That's real. Who we got?
Ask Rob G and his quarterback.
No, don't do that. Why you do that? It's the new season, holiday season. You're going to bring him down.
Because what? Are you happy with
Hey, how many
Gino's
plays your
pizza?
quarterback make yesterday, Rob?
What? I don't
10
have
for 21.
I don't have a quarterback. All right?
Okay.
I don't have a
Would you like to
quarterback.
hear the YouTubian thoughts on this?
I don't care what they say.
Now you don't care. Now you don't care.
Now
you was calling for him earlier. Now you don't want to hear the YouTubians.
Can you block on YouTube? I just want to know.
Calling Kelvin a fan, but drinking the bathwater of Rodgers, Caleb Lamar, Judge. Come on, Rob. We can still be fans.
No. Yeah, y'all can be fans.
Yeah. Oh,
I thought Rob would be happy since Stat Pafford threw 2 picks yesterday. I guess not.
No, he was happy.
Rob stays salty.
No, he was happy.
I wasn't happy. It didn't matter to me.
What do you mean you weren't happy?
Not a fan.
It doesn't matter to
Objective.
me.
Come on, man. How many times did Rob talk about Aaron Judge this summer?
He was the MVP.
It's funny with Elijah in the back.
He was the MVP. He put together one of the greatest seasons ever. What are you talking about? That ain't being a fanboy. That's acknowledging greatness.
Oh, man.
Which you say, I never acknowledge greatness. That's what
I'm just here.
Anybody who's great. Yeah. All right, who we got? Trey in Michigan? Dre in Michigan. You're on the Odd Couple
What up,
Fox
Dre?
Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Y'all good?
We are.
Good. Hey, I like to look. I'm from the old school, so when I see a quarterback, all I worry about is progression. You definitely see progression in Caleb Williams' game, so we got to give him that. But like I told Rob G, I got to call my boy Rob out on his objectivity stance. Because anybody that heard that interview a couple years ago with Joe Montana understand that Rob is a fanboy.
What are you talking about? There was no,
Rob, you remember that, Rob?
There was no fanboy at all.
Dude, Rob, we can hear you smiling through the radio. The only thing that would have made it better if you did the interview at Magic City with a plate full of lemon pepper wings, bro.
Now you know that wasn't.
I heard you.
Oh,
I heard you.
That interview was as objective as possible, and then at the end, I got him.
Somebody go get the tape.
I got him to
Somebody go get the
laugh.
tape.
I got him to laugh because I got him to laugh at the end. I thought it was fun. That's all. But I don't.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't end up pregnant after that.
Oh, wow.
Seriously. Seriously.
Now, Dre,
You my dog. I love you, bro. You my
I can't
dog.
even believe you said that. Wow,
You my dog.
Dre, that's so cold.
Oh man, listen,
love you,
listen,
bro.
man.
You know it.
I'm just trying to be the voice of reason.
Go
Rob.
call
That's all.
97-1 the ticket. That's okay.
Rob, they're not all negative, though. The YouTubians right here, the Odd Mob, saying, all I want for Christmas is a 60-minute podcast of Rob shouting motivation throughout my day, plus a Rob Parker Christmas album.
Well, they
That's
might,
it.
All they gotta do is put the album together. You already got at least an EP. You got about 6-7 tracks. You might not have a full album, but you got 6 or 7. You got a little EP, extended play.
Rob don't like it. Someone came up with that before he did. He already had the urinating mouse book.
Oh yeah.
He could have had the mixtape of jingles.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's called being creative.
Yeah.
That's all.
You want to take another call? We have another call?
No, that's it.
All right. On the way, we got to talk about Shedeur and how he looked again.
Caleb is terrible, but Shedeur is great, and he's a franchise quarterback. Okay.
Who says Shedeur is? See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. On the way. Right now, Steve the Sager. Get a set on what's trending.
Fanboy.
Let's update. Not talking about me, I assume.
No,
the guy to my left. The guy to my left.
It's radio, you know.
The guy to my left.
We'll update Monday Night Football in a moment. We do have a baseball note that the Mets have a deal with reliever Devin Williams reportedly for 3 years. 2 minutes to go in the first half at New England. The Patriots, who've won 9 in a row, are leading the Giants 24-7. Drake May with 2 touchdown passes, 11 of 14, 140 yards. Patriots also with a 94-yard punt return in the first quarter. Pats are tied for the best record in the AFC with the Broncos at 10-2. As for the Lions, they're playing this Thursday, hosting Dallas. Detroit wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown did not practice due to a sprained ankle. The Vikings cut wide receiver Adam Thielen as he'd requested. Minnesota quarterback J.J. McCarthy is due to return from his concussion this week. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins is still in concussion protocol. Tampa Bay says injured wide receivers Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan could each return to practice this week, but Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. could miss time with a heel injury. Kentucky fired football coach Mark Stoops after 13 years there. UCLA's new coach will be Bob Chesney, who will still coach James Madison this weekend. Michigan State's new football coach is Pat Fitzgerald. BYU coach Kalani Sitake is reportedly a candidate for the Penn State job. In the NBA, among the 9 games tonight, the Washington Wizards, with a record of 2-16, have won at home against Milwaukee 129-126, 28 points for C.J. McCollum. And it's a final at Detroit, Pistons 99-98 over the Atlanta Hawks. Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell with 43 points under 3 minutes to go. Cavs are leading at Indiana 133-115. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. Appreciate it. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Steve, have a wonderful rest of your day. And, of course, we check out the YouTube page. Check out the podcast Rob G will have coming up as well. And all of our handles, you can always follow us as well. If you are on the socials, you can hit up Rob Parker, MLB Bro, Odd Couple FSR, K-Dub Live for myself. Shedeur Sanders, Rob G, got the start again against a really good 49ers team. And in my estimate, played similarly to the week prior. Solid, not great, not bad, just, solid quarterback against a really good team. And the announcement is that he'll get to start again this next game, which is interesting, though, Rob G, that why they won't just say, we're just going to give it to him for the duration. We'll as opposed to kind of going week by week. But that's what they said. And just break down kind of that game where he had 156 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, you could actually argue he played better in this game than he had in any of his previous games. He was 16-25, 149, 1 touchdown, first home start for the Browns. Obviously, they lost. Mm-hmm. But if there's a silver lining, they were only down by 2 points with 7 minutes left to go in the game. And Kevin Stefanski says, hey, 4th and 1 from our own 33.
What
we going to go for it, and we're going to do a QB sneak with our backup tight end. That didn't work. Niners get the ball right back. They score. Game's history at that point. And to your point, he is going to be starting next week. They announced it today. And this is on the heels of an ESPN report on Saturday that said, from Adam Schefter, that their plan is to give him an extended look the rest of the way,
like they gave
the same way they gave Dylan Gabriel an extended look there in the middle of the season. So, Rob Parker, get used to it. Shedeur Sanders will be the Browns QB1 for the foreseeable future.
Did they name him the starter the rest of the year?
No, they did not.
Okay. All right. And I didn't see anything that was he's QB1 for sure, whatever, 150 yards. They scored after the one touchdown, they got shut out basically the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That is
second
correct.
half,
right?
Yes.
The second half, they got nothing. It was just okay. It's not like I know people want to talk about him because of the other stuff and his name and all that, but nobody else with a quarterback who quarterbacked a loss and scored no points in the second half would get any kind of run or talk.
I don't disagree with that.
What is there to talk about? I'm just being honest. I don't dislike. If you go back and watch First Take during the Tim Tebow era, that was when me and Skip were on a lot together. We argued about it all the time, and I kept saying I don't understand it. Tim Tebow had 89 yards passing, and then he sets up the game-winning field goal, and the whole story and the whole show was about Tim Tebow without any numbers or without anything. And so this is why I always equate him to Tim Tebow. We'll see. I still think Deshaun Watson will be the starting quarterback next year.
Why do you, I really don't get that.
I really do.
Well, let me rephrase that. I get the money into it. I hear that part.
And he's getting healthier. I really believe. I'm not even kidding you. I do believe. And then they'll keep one of these two back as the backup. I really do going forward.
Well,
I just think if Deshaun Watson's on your team, he's going to play.
I think Shedeur, if everything lines up as they say, he gets the next 5 weeks, whatever it is. His job is to absolutely say, no, you're wrong, Rob Parker, in that Deshaun Watson had his chance, got all the money, didn't play well. That's the thing, too. Deshaun Watson, it's not like, oh, man, it was the injuries and it was he didn't really get to go. He had his chance. He played terribly. So it's not like, oh, man, the suspension and that. He didn't play well and he gets owed a bunch of money. But we've seen teams do that. That's what the Broncos did with Russell Wilson, right? They lost a lot of money letting him go. So some teams can do that. And I think if you're Cleveland, You just cut ties. We made a bad business decision, let alone an X's and O's.
I don't see.
We made a bad business decision.
It's going to hurt them if they do it
but they're already hurting, Rob. Yeah, I mean, they might as well get rid of this so we can get the monkey off our back.
So if they lose the next 5 games and Shedeur is just okay, then what? Is that definitely we're going to go that way next year? I'm just saying, you don't win another game and he's just okay. Not spectacular, not terrible.
I get what you mean.
But just okay. I just think that you would open up the competition.
You have a
and
good
you would
pick.
say he's healthy. Let me take a look and see if this guy can get back there. That's because we got to pay him regardless.
I guess the reason why I say they wouldn't do that is not just simply the math of the money and, hey, well, he's just around. I think you want that juju, if you will, away. All of that. We made a bad decision.
In the National Football League with all these guys,
we made a bad decision. It happens. I'm not. It's not just
filled with guys who have done
the felony.
Stuff.
It's that he didn't perform well. He had he's been injured.
Yeah, but he was playing even though he wasn't performing well because he was the starting quarterback. They gave him every chance. And the only
that's the point. He had every chance.
But the only reason he wasn't playing wasn't because they benched him and said you can't play. He got hurt. That's my point.
But
to your point,
because they didn't have other options.
To your point, if they really wanted to do that, what do you mean? Joe Flacco took him to a playoff game.
I'm saying they brought in Joe Flacco as just what you're supposed to be a backup, not a guy.
But you said they don't have an option. Joe Flacco played pretty well for them. They went to the playoffs.
They didn't go into that season saying Joe Flacco was. We got to have a backup.
Option. They did have an option.
Well, Rob, 32 teams have options in the backup. You got to have a backup in the NFL. What I'm saying is they didn't have their heir apparent or somebody there saying, ooh, they said, shoot. They were mad. We got to go to Joe Flacco. So much so, the man won him a playoff game, and they said you can get out of town.
I would buy it if they benched him while he was still healthy. Then I would agree with you that they don't think he has anything left because you would just bench the guy the way that they did in Atlanta, right? They decided that despite all the money they gave to Kirk Cousins, right, and their chance to make the playoffs, they benched him, and they didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
That's what I would have had to see for me to believe that they're totally done with somebody.
I hear you, but you know what we talk about all the time? Organizations are too prideful. They draft a guy high, clearly ain't the guy, and they just keep running out there because he's our 5th pick or he's our 10th pick or he's our 3rd pick. We gonna keep giving him chances. Same thing with quarterbacks. We brought him in. We paid all this money. We don't want to look like fools. We don't want to get embarrassed. We're going to keep running out there. So I think the injury might have saved them, not him, in the sense of saying we finally get to clear our hands and move on. And now you got looks at Dylan Gabriel, who looked up, Shedeur, maybe a little bit more juice than Dylan. And now you see what you got for these next 5 weeks.
Rob G, can you look at their stats? Because comparison, I'm just
by the way, while he's pulling those up, also Steichen, you mentioned that 4th and 1 on your own 30-ish. What are we doing here against Stefanski? I'm sorry. Stefanski.
He's trying to win the game. He's trying to play to win.
That ain't winning the game against a really good 49er team. You either go for it at a better play than your backup tight end.
Play didn't work.
That can't be the play. And then also, you take the point. What has he been following? The Dan Campbell? You take the field goal later. They had 4th and 2, I believe it was, and they go for it. And they don't even they don't even take the points. You playing a really good 49er team. You have a rookie quarterback in his first game starting. First game starting. You got to help him out. You take the points. You don't. You punt or you go for a better play than that. You know what we're going to do?
This is only because of Shedeur being a quarterback. So people
Wait, those were great calls?
People over. No, but people
That's what I'm saying.
People over analyze just like with the Judy, not the first game where Judy had a drop or something.
That was outrageous.
I got text with all this like, oh look, I'm like, dude, people drop passes in the NFL. Can we stop?
That's all right. I agree with you on that. That was crazy. Just the idea that he's just gonna fumble on purpose and sabotage and make himself look crazy.
This guy's playing. He's a professional football player. What are people doing?
By the way, guys, you want to talk about what it's like being a Browns fan right now? Mm-hmm. So we just did a blistering 10 minutes talking about the quarterback situation,
like award-winning.
And pulling back the curtain, like 4 of our top 10 videos of the month have been related to the Browns and Shedeur Sanders, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what their quarterbacks have done, the 2 rookies that everybody's fighting over.
This ain't Joe Montana and Steve Young?
Dylan Gabriel, 1-5, 59% completion, 7 touchdowns, 2 picks, with a QBR of 31. Okay. Shedeur Sanders, 1-1, 51% completion.
51. Oh, wow.
2 touchdowns, 2 picks, QBR of 7.
This is what I'm trying to say. But everybody,
both these dudes suck.
No, I know, but not according to the Shedeur people. Is that, he's got something. Oh, don't you see the juice? He's got a 7 QBR.
To the point about the juice, Dylan Gabriel averaged 104 pass yards a game. Shedeur Sanders blowing him out of the water at 135.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
That 30 is crucial. Them extra 30 yards are huge, Rob G.
That's my only point is that I just don't see those are the 2 guys.
They're having a mid-off right now.
Those are the two guys.
Mid might be compliment.
That maybe if a healthy Deshaun Watson shows up, you're not going to put him in. I think you will put him in.
I don't agree. I don't think it's just. Of course, he's played. He's been in the league. He was an MVP candidate when they gave him all that money coming from Houston there. But also, you can lose it. We've seen Russell Wilson be a prime example of that. We've seen a handful of it. You start to lose it. You're not that guy.
Yeah, but what if you never had it like these two? I mean,
I'm not
you're making it
I got
like they haven't done anything. No, we have seen.
Right, so Deshaun Watson's last season before he popped his Achilles, 63% completions, 1-6 record, 5 touchdowns, 3 picks, 164 yards a game. So he's blowing both these dudes out of the water with a QBR of 21.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen that. I know what it is. It comes with drama and baggage. I'm just saying I'm moving on. And Shedeur, again, this is 1 start. Let's just see what he's got. Give him a few. Dylan got 6 starts. Let's see what he got. He got a start and a half is where we are with Shedeur and the Shedeur or 2 starts, I'm sorry. Let's get him to 6.
Now it's the start and a half. He don't even want to acknowledge that he started it.
Well, no, I'm saying I was counting the half when he came in, but it's 2.5. Let's give him his 6 or it's whatever.
And with 2 touchdowns and 2 picks?
Yeah.
Okay.
And his numbers have improved every game.
Yes, let's see what he got. Against a really good 49ers
You just said it. He has a QBR of 7.
Well, because his first game, his passer rating was 13.
Yeah.
And passer rating is like double what your QBR is, right? And then it went to 87 against the Raiders, then 93 yesterday.
Yes. Give him a chance. That's all I'm saying. Is, like I said in the offseason, give Dylan Gabriel a shot, give Shedeur a shot. Don't give me Kenny Pickett. Don't give me Joe Flacco.
Why not? Give them a shot. Why not?
Because I know I've already given them a shot.
Nah, that doesn't even make any sense.
It did make sense.
Have you ever gotten a second chance in some situation?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Kelvin broke Rob because now Rob's defending not one, but two black quarterbacks and Kenny Pickett.
Just the idea that it's just ridiculous that
why did I want to start to see what the young guys
deserve
are?
Anything.
They don't deserve. But
you watch them in practice. That's where you watch them.
And exactly.
And if
where
somebody
I said
blew you away in practice, they would be playing.
Rob,
come on, man.
Rob,
stop.
You know we are exactly where I said we would be, right?
No.
Where both of these guys are starting. I told you that.
You told me the Chiefs were making the Super Bowl.
I'm not wrong yet.
You told me that the Lions were making the Super Bowl.
And I'm not wrong yet.
Okay.
And I told
Rob
but
G,
what has happened?
We got Jordans on that, right?
Rob G.
We got Jordans on that. He went and picked out his Jordans.
What has happened, Rob G? What we do know is Shedeur Sanders is the starter for multiple weeks, like I told you he would be. Elijah, run the tape. I told you he would be a starter, Rob. You ain't want to listen to me.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't know that there would be a concussion that would finally get him a chance to get on the field.
I told you he would start.
Because they didn't just put him on. A concussion in 2 trades because other people wanted the other 2 quarterbacks.
The 2 quarterbacks I told you.
It wasn't.
Where's Kenny Pickett?
It wasn't because he jumped over those 2 and they're still on the roster. They had to be traded, and another guy had to have
told you
be
he was gonna
concussed.
start, Rob. It's okay. Sometimes you can be like, "Yo, Dub, you was right."
No,
it's okay.
I'm waiting
I tell
for
you
that
right
time.
all the time.
I'm waiting for that time.
I say, hey, man, you were right on that, Rob.
All right,
You
last
caught it.
call, Tom. I got a headache today. You gave me a headache.
You do. I can't hurt, but if facts do that to you. 877-99 on Fox. It's the Jacobo. Hit us up, Fox Sports Radio.